What's up, everyone? It's Chicks in the Office with Rhea and Fran giving you that Friday energy on a Monday. Happy Monday, everybody. Happy Monday after the Super Bowl. We're going to talk all about it. But first, Chicks in the Office is presented by Microsoft Copilot. Before we get into all the topics we got to cover, all the drama, all the Super Bowl fun stuff, we need to talk about the thing keeping everyone's lives organized right now, and that is Microsoft 365 Copilot.
Oh yeah, because the world moves fast, your workday even faster. Pitching products, drafting reports, analyzing data. Microsoft 365 Copilot is your AI assistant for work, built into Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and other Microsoft 365 apps you use, helping you quickly write, analyze, create, and summarize. So you can cut through the clutter and clear the path to your best work. We got a ton to talk about. You know, Copilot had a great commercial last night as well. So just make sure that you are really being the most efficient you can be, and Copilot is there to help you.
Right. And you can learn more at Microsoft.com/M365 Copilot. Womp womp, Noah.
I applaud you for wearing the sweater today. Like, I applaud you for not being ashamed to wear the sweater.
Mm-hmm. No, someone outside was like, did you lose a bet? And I'm like, no, this is what I did like in middle school when they lost to the Giants like multiple times. And it was like, if I was going to wear Patriot stuff all year long before they lost, like, I have to wear it the day after.
You are not swayed. Your dedication is still there.
You're not ashamed.
What am I going to get, like, mugged on the street for wearing this? Like,
No, not at all.
Got to stand with them. So,
but it's just you just go ooh.
I also said to Rhea, I'm like, this one didn't. I think other Patriot fans are saying it as well. Like, out of all the Super Bowls they've lost, like, hurt by far the least, because it's like,
yeah, it
really
felt like a
it would have been a
stolen
miracle
season anyway.
Yeah, it would have been a miracle if they won.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I would like to say my Bills would have been better out there, but they didn't even make it. So,
it's
hard to say that.
Yeah.
It's hard to say that.
They call him Mr. Hypothetical.
It is, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, if Bo Nix doesn't break his ankle, like...
If.
Yeah, it's
right,
a lot of ifs,
but they made it.
But they made it, and then they got their butts kicked, so
yeah. Listen,
that's how it went.
When they scored 0 points, and we're still in the fourth quarter,
yeah.
I'm like, you know what? At this point, I actually hope they don't score at all.
Yeah,
Never happened
because...
before.
It's never happened. At least then you'd have like a memorable moment.
Exactly. I was like, this would actually be really fun if they just scored nothing.
Do you see Drake May crying after the game?
Yeah.
He's a cutie pie. I liked what he said.
I said that this sport is too emotional for me. As soon as the Seahawks won, I'm bawling my eyes out at the coach, looking up at the sky at the fireworks. And I just looked at Matt and I said, I am too emotional for this game. I can't. I'm happy for everybody. I'm sad for everybody. It's a lot of emotions.
It is. And when you hear when they have to like go do the post-game press conferences right after losing, it's hard. It's hard to watch and it's hard to listen to. But
Will Campbell apparently like denied talking to anyone after the game.
I don't blame him.
Yeah.
Like here's the thing. Drake May like kind of has to.
I mean,
Will Campbell, you would think should, but he just played so terribly that it's like,
yeah.
I just want to
He
go
played so
home.
badly, but I do feel bad because it's like all of New England is basically saying like he can't be a left tackle anymore.
Yeah, look, the Seahawks defense is incredible though, so it's like.
But he's been really bad, just like all playoffs.
Yeah,
so.
No, for sure, but that the Seahawks defense was great.
Yeah.
Well, I had a lovely evening because one, my husband couldn't have been happier for Sam Darnold. Was absolutely thrilled. He wore his Sam Darnold Jets jersey all day long. And we won our box pool.
Wow.
So it was a great evening for me, despite the game being extremely boring.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was
so happy for
great.
you.
Yes, it was a win in many ways.
That's amazing. Honestly, that's great.
It's never happened to me before.
That makes me more excited about the game itself because my God, it was so boring.
Yeah.
I was like, this is so boring.
I know.
Like
it was boring. It was boring for sure, but
just like last year's, and obviously it was
I know,
less
last
boring
year was
for you, but it was really boring game
Yeah.
last year too.
I understand that for everybody, it's like, oh, when your team is the team winning, it's amazing. It's like last year when I was at the game and the Eagles were just crushing, it was fantastic. I understand at home, boring game. Same with this one. Seattle fans probably ecstatic.
Yeah, especially because the playoffs were so interesting.
Yeah.
Neck and neck.
I feel like
was
even
just,
Seahawks fans were probably very frustrated for the whole first half because it's like you're
Yeah, it was a
holding
lot
them
of
to
field
nothing,
goals.
but it's just you can't score. Like,
Yeah.
I was hoping the kicker would win MVP. I know that's
but he didn't do any like crazy field goals. They were all pretty like
but
easy.
he didn't miss when he
didn't
and
miss, yeah.
it was a lot of field goals, but yeah, it's always kind of disappointing when the game goes sort of exactly how everybody predicted it would go. Like I think a lot of people and a lot of sports talk people, unless you were a Patriots fan, they were like, Seattle's going to crush them. Like everyone kind of
Like
felt
us.
that way.
Like we were like,
he was
Seattle's going to win
crush 'em.
because we're sports
Yeah,
analysts.
yeah.
But the thing was, it wasn't like a classic like blowout. It was like a
No,
slow.
it wasn't, but they still crushed
It
them.
was
They
a
did, they
slow
did.
blowout,
Yeah.
but pretty apparent.
Yeah.
But it was really terribly boring for someone who's not a fan of either of the teams and
Yeah.
who's just wanting to watch a good game, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
No, that's super fair. Super, super fair.
Did you guys have any good snacks? Any Super Bowl fun snacks or anything?
We made, well, I didn't make it, but my friend made buffalo chicken dip. Duh. It's a kind of a staple.
Have to.
Delicious. But no, we ordered in a little catering situation.
Nice.
Nothing crazy, but just like some cheesesteaks, wings,
Yeah.
fries, onion rings,
all the good stuff.
all the good things.
Yeah.
Just like really got into it. Really got into
I
it.
love that.
Yeah, it was delicious.
That's
really
amazing.
fucking good. Some good snacks. Yeah, and that's really once again a game like that. You just gotta focus on the snacks.
And here's the thing: I don't want to see a fucking vegetable in sight.
I
at the
do.
Super Bowl.
What about a carrot? And
I do. Yeah, I do.
with
But
the
I
wings?
but in a crudité situation.
Right, no.
I want to dip my celery in ranch.
Yeah, like with the other meats and cheeses
Yeah,
or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
But I don't want to see a side of asparagus,
No.
or a side of broccoli,
No.
or a salad. Like I don't want to see
No.
that.
Zero. The most is a nice crudité. I fucking love crudité. It's like my favorite thing.
Always hits the spot.
So yeah,
We made pizza and buffalo chicken dip. Because
Yum.
it was just the two of us, so I was like,
Yeah, you
all
don't
right,
need to
well,
go crazy.
honestly, like I'm not gonna go crazy here. Like I'm being kind of lazy, but the pizza was great and the buffalo chicken dip was great, so I hit the spot.
Did you watch at home, Noah? Or
Yeah, my whole family watched together. So my mom
Ah.
did like wings,
You
pigs in
know
a
what?
blanket, which actually were my favorite of the evening.
I bet Jen just fucking chefs it
She
up.
also is, she was like in the kitchen like the entire first half, like cleaning up and like cooking,
Yeah.
just bringing stuff in. But it was a good spread. Yeah, we had wings, chili,
Yum.
Pigs in a
Love a Super Bowl
blanket.
Especially with how cold it was.
nachos.
Any like Super Bowl
and
themed
salsa.
desserts?
We had my mom's friend brought over chipwiches, which were nice.
Classic.
And my sister made chocolate chip cookies.
Yum.
It was, I feel disgusting.
No, but that's how you should feel.
But it's also
Yeah.
like during games, if that wasn't the Patriots playing, I would have eaten 20 times more. But you're like
Right.
stressed watching the game, so I'm
Yeah.
not like hungry as much,
I felt that I was just eating more because I was bored. Like the buffalo chicken dip was at its peak as the game was starting, and then after halftime, I was like, let's pop that bad boy back in the oven and warm it up because I'm going in for another round.
I know. At one point I was like, so you want to talk about something else? Because this shit's boring. I was like, I got nothing else to say about
I wouldn't
whatever's
be
going
surprised
on.
if you were like, you want to watch a movie? Like,
I literally at one point was like,
yeah,
should we put
seriously.
on Love Island?
Yeah, we used to do a big Super Bowl party at, like, it would rotate between our family friends, like houses, and one of my best friend's mom would always make the Super Bowl cake, and it was just like the best. It was so cute, like the full sheet cake, decorated like a football field. She'd do like M&Ms out of the teams and the end zones, and would make like Twizzler goal. It was for the goalposts. It was like, it was such a great.
She went
It
all
was so
out.
cute. Yeah, it was.
it is
Yeah,
cute.
yeah. It was, and we would look forward to it every year. You know,
Yeah.
and it was something that I'm like, oh, maybe one day I'll just
You pick it up.
I'll do that. You
Yeah.
know, it hasn't happened yet.
One day down the line,
Hasn't happened yet, but maybe one day.
you'll
But-
feel inspired.
Yeah. No, the game itself really slow. So I felt like I was very invested in the commercials. Was trying to really stay in tune with that. And then, of
you
course,
guys,
the
like, not
performances.
speak
Let's
during
talk about the
commercials?
performances. What?
Is that like a rule in your? Are you like no one talk during commercials?
No, I'm not going to like shush somebody.
Yeah.
Because I feel like when it's a good commercial, it gets everybody's attention anyway. You know, like,
oh, it's Benson Boone, and everyone's
yeah, like you're like,
silence.
oh. I texted my family group chat. I was like, I wish I was a bet. Like I would, and honestly, it may have been on like some of those other things that you could do to be like Benson Boone to flip during a Super Bowl commercial. Probably minus $1 million, honestly.
Right. All right, we're going to talk all about the rest of the Super Bowl, the halftime performance, the commercials, the performances, all of it, as well as many other topics. Kelsea Ballerini and Chase Stokes, they broke up again. We have to discuss that.
Yeah.
Heat of Rivalry is coming back for season 2, spring of 2027. Cardi B and Stefon Diggs maybe broke up. Was it last night after the loss? Who knows? And then we'll also touch on a bunch of other Super Bowl spottings, couples, situationships, the whole thing, and Weekly Watch Report, Traitors recap. We're going to get into it all. So let's start off with the Super Bowl. All right, let's get into all of the performances, commercials, everything with the Super Bowl. We got Bad Bunny for the halftime performance, and I thought it was fantastic.
Benito, he crushed it. I thought it was amazing as well. You just had the good time. And I know that everybody, it's like the fact that this is even a controversial performance is so silly to me because all he does is like preach love and unity and representation. And isn't that what the US of A is all about? And it's just like, it really was special. It's like they put up on the big board, you know, what it said, the only thing more powerful than hate is love. So it's like, Let's lift that up. Everything was so positive about that performance.
Everything.
And then you have these fucking old crotchety
But I don't even want to like focus on that
I know,
because
but
it takes
it
away.
goes with it. Has
It
to
does.
be. It does like kind of have to be said because it's like the fact that this was something that they felt like there needed to be a dueling halftime show is so ridiculous because this was so fantastic and I loved every part of it.
No, I thought it was fantastic. And what I mean by I don't want to focus on that is that, like you said, I hate that there is like negative controversy that goes along with something that was like so powerful, so special, so positive, like overwhelmingly positive, that I want to focus on all of the great things of this performance because he shed light on so much throughout his performance. He named every Latin country that brings America together. Like it was so uplifting and positive, and to see the Latin community also be so happy watching this performance and emotional. Like I thought it was so beautiful. Every part of it.
Yeah, it was. And I thought he highlighted Puerto Rico in such a gorgeous way. The set was so cool. I thought it was like a really, really fun way to not just have like the classic stage setup. The people dressed as grass was objectively hilarious. Like,
because we were like, wow, when they came back after the commercial break and the field was cleared, we were like, that was so fast. They cleared that, and then I'm like, oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, because it's just people.
Yeah, they need to be people because if it was actual trees, they would never have time to carry out all the trees and everything.
Which is just so funny. And then you see, like, because you could like see them kind of moving around.
Yeah.
But no, it was great. The dancing was fantastic. I thought he went through the great songs. You just want to get up and dance.
Yeah, the moment when it panned to the mom, dad, and little boy watching his Grammy speech, and then he goes over and hands the Grammy to the little boy, and it was like a reflection of maybe him handing it to his younger self or giving hope to, everybody out there that is in his position, made me sob my eyes out. Like, this performance, I just thought it was so beautiful and just so many touching moments throughout it. And then all of a sudden, to my surprise, Lady Gaga, which I genuinely had zero idea was going to happen. I didn't see anybody talking about it. I did not. So you could imagine when it pops open and it's Lady Gaga, I screamed my head off. Like, she was a close personal friend of mine that Stephanie didn't tell me that she was popping out at the Super Bowl, okay? I was freaking out, and I thought it was beautiful, and they danced together, and then we had Ricky Martin pop out, who looks fucking fantastic.
Yeah, he does. He
Ricky,
really
what
does.
are you doing? What are you
My parents
doing?
couldn't believe that was him. They were
He
like,
does
that
look
doesn't look like
fantastic.
him.
Ricky Martin, give your routine to Tom Brady so he stops looking like a freak and looks more like you. I'm just kidding. Tom Brady actually looks pretty good.
No, yeah.
Honestly, I won't lie. I saw
No, when he came out with all the MVPs, and then I was like, he looks good.
yeah, and he also, that was just to take a shot at Tom Brady for no reason, but he met a couple of guys at work because he came into the suite that they were in, and I saw a video and I was like, you know what, he's glowing.
He must have felt the pressure to post about the Patriots after everybody was mad at him.
Yeah.
When he
Because then he posted that
about
story
the Robert
just
Kraft.
about Robert Kraft.
And then he fought, like, I don't know if when he unfollowed the Patriots, but then, like, after all that happened, he, like, immediately followed them again. Like, he was in PR mode for a little bit.
Yeah, that was funny. But no, Gaga was amazing. I did see, not that it was confirmed or anything, but you know how there's always those like graphics that go around of here are the odds of this person popping up during the halftime show. And I saw one of them, and like Cardi B was on there, a bunch of other people were on there. And like Cardi B was maybe like 30-something%, whatever, because everyone was thinking maybe Cardi B. But then Gaga was on there, and it was like 60%. And in my head, I was like, okay, they must know something that we all don't, because 60% is pretty fucking high to be like, oh, Lady Gaga. Like, it just seems like not the first person. You know, you wouldn't be like, oh my God, well, obviously Lady Gaga's gonna come out. So when I saw that, I was like, okay, interesting. So when she did pop out, I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. But I wasn't like, it didn't come fully out of the blue, because I'd seen people saying, oh, odds are kind of high that she could be a surprise performance. But I loved her little salsa die with a smile. It was fantastic. Honestly, I was waiting for Bruno Mars to pop out. I was like, thank God.
Oh, really? I think Bruno Mars is
I
such a
would've gotten hyped for Bruno Mars.
I think he's such a fantastic Super Bowl
No,
performer.
he is.
Anytime he's done
I'm
the
taking
Super
a
Bowl,
ricochet shot at Bruno Mars for popping up again.
but
he does love a Super Bowl halftime.
he does, and he's
pop-up.
so good at it.
He is.
But I just would never, Lady Gaga would have never, ever, ever been my thought, especially because when they showed all of the people dancing and Cardi B was involved in that, I thought, oh, okay, Cardi B's going to run from that spot and go start performing in a different spot. But then it was Lady Gaga, and I just was stunned. It took me a really long time to catch my breath after that. And I thought it just kept getting better and better. And I thought it was so powerful and so beautiful and just so positive and filled with so much love, which is what he does.
Yeah.
And he does it in such a beautiful way. And I feel terrible that he was scared to be up there. You know, I've seen a lot of talks about how he was maybe wearing a bulletproof vest at the Grammys and at the Super Bowl, because him and his family have received, unfortunately, threats, which is just so insane. And that makes me feel so sad for him, but he still comes out on top with that positivity and love, which is just so beautiful.
It is. And he really is just like, I loved what Adam Sandler said. Did you see? He was just like, shout out the bunny, you know, he crushed it. I was like, yeah, just positive, fun, great energy. And yeah, it was a blast.
The actual production itself was insane.
Yeah,
It was sick.
I thought it was great. And it's one of those shows that I think probably plays more to everyone at home. But I do think the halftime show kind of does that regardless now. It's like, you know, you have more people watching than in the stadium. But from what I saw, people at the game, like who were posting, that people were loving it there too. Yeah. And you get up, you dance, you enjoy it. And it's like, you don't need to know or understand every word that he's saying, because I don't. It's all in Spanish. And you know who posted this? And I thought, you know what? So true. It was Publicity. And she was like, the fact that some people's gut reaction is like, well, it's not in English. And she was like, when I was watching it, my thought was, man, I really wish I was better at I wish my Spanish was better. Like, it'd be so cool to be able to speak multiple languages. And I thought, that's so true.
Yeah.
That's the way to think about it. It's like, it should encourage you to want to understand more and not block people out.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's
yeah.
so true. Like, you don't need to understand every word to understand the
No,
messaging.
music is so universal.
It really is, to understand the messaging and also
Yeah.
just to feel the beat of the music.
Yeah.
Like, he like just the rhythm
Oh, yeah.
and the sounds of his music makes you want to dance.
My God, the songs have been stuck in my head all day. It's so fun. I did, once again, he had great, just even cameos where you had Pedro Pascal, Jessica Alba, Karol G. Alix Earle was in there.
Yeah.
I don't know how she snuck in
don't
there.
know.
but
Just
good
like,
for
snuck
hey,
her
her.
way
go
into
grab some
there.
people from the VIP suites. Anyone.
Yeah,
I thought that
Cardi B was in there.
I truly thought that they ran into the VIP suites and were like, all right, who can we grab?
Who wants to be up there?
When I saw Alix Earle, I was like, how did that happen?
Yeah, right. I thought maybe John Hamm was going to be in there the way John Hamm was talking about how much he loves Bad Bunny.
John Hamm fucking loves Bad Bunny. He
Yeah.
goes to like all of his concerts.
Yeah.
Which I love. He was on the field dancing
Oh, he
in
was
the
dancing
best
his little booty off.
way possible. Also, on top of all of that, a couple got married during the performance.
Yes.
A real wedding.
A real wedding, which everyone kind of thought, was this real? And then, of course, the internet did its job. And right after was like, apparently it was real. Sources said that it was real. I guess allegedly that this couple had invited Bad Bunny to their wedding, which fair. I think Bad Bunny should be invited to everybody's wedding. And that they were like, well, how about you get married during the halftime show? Okay. Amazing.
I can't even imagine their reaction when he was like, well, why don't you just do it during
Yeah.
this? It's like,
She's like, yeah,
what?
absolutely, 100%. We'll have the whole setup, the party, the fun, everything. What was once again just another way for like love to
was
be at the center
beautiful.
of
Really.
it, which was
Imagine
it was
being
so
their
cool.
family. Like,
No, it's amazing. By the way, best. You won't need a videographer.
No.
Best video of your wedding ever.
no, it's all on camera.
Exactly. To be remembered forever within the Super Bowl halftime show. It's incredible.
It's incredible. I saw somebody say, really brave of the bride to do that in front of Bad Bunny.
Yeah. So true. So true.
So funny, but it was so cool. I posted on my Instagram story, I said, why am I crying and shaking my ass at the same time?
Oh,
because
yeah.
that I feel like sums up that performance as a whole, where it was like emotional and uplifting, but also you're like, oh my God, this music just makes me want to shake my hips and dance.
Totally. Thought it was so much fun. What did you guys think about the anthem, Little Charlie Puth?
My husband was very excited about
Yeah.
Charlie Puth.
really?
For
Is he
some
a Charlie
reason.
Puth guy?
What?
Is
Yeah,
he like a big Charlie Puth
No,
guy?
I think he just thinks he's a really good singer.
Yeah, and you know what? Matt's right. He is.
Yeah.
He's a very talented artist, musician. And I think that there was a lot of notes within the performance that I may have not picked up right away. But hearing Charlie talk about it and how he, wanted the arrangement to honor Whitney Houston, and he had the gospel choir there and the whole thing, thought it was beautiful. At first I was like, is he slightly like
Auto-tuned?
auto-tuned?
That's
Like,
how I
what's
always feel about Charlie
happening?
Puth. And it's like, I think he is a good singer.
Yeah. But
I
he has
think
like a
he
certain style.
He like
But he
auto-tunes and like perfects every single thing, which is
but
kind of like...
I think he like got out of it. It was like kind of only the beginning that I felt that. And then it turned into the whole performance, but the choir was stunning. What a great addition.
Green Day was great.
Green Day was
Brandi Carlile was
Brandi
awesome.
Carlile, yeah, Coco. Everybody was amazing. I loved Coco's outfit. Was that like a new thing they did this year?
I've
Of
never
like an
seen like a
opening
full
ceremony.
Like, the Green Day thing.
Green Day thing. Like Green Day performed like 3 songs.
Yeah.
And it was obviously quick, but it was like, oh, we're getting a full like pregame Green
Yeah,
Day show.
I was thinking the same.
which
think it
I
was a
feel
new thing.
hasn't happened.
They're
right?
like, yeah, I mean, I could see why not just have like an intro performance, a halftime performance.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, all around the music, Brandi Carlile also is just incredible. What a fantastic voice. But Charlie Puth kind of like reminded me of the, all the Wicked promo almost like afterwards when people were interviewing him is like, we picked up on this. And he's like, oh my God. I'm so glad. All I wanted was for people to pick up on this. So happy for him. That's a big, and it's another thing. You get emotional because you watch them and it feels like they're like, holy shit, I just sang the national anthem at the Super Bowl. Like, really, it was wrapping up. You get the flyover. The whole thing was amazing.
You're watching everybody, like, achieve their dreams, and it's beautiful.
The one thing that one of my friends said that I did think was so true was because it's, one, I love when they play outdoors. I think football should be outside. And I get it why, like, West Coast, you get better weather. It's better temperatures.
I was thinking that during the halftime show. It was interesting to see, like, it's not dark.
I thought, yes. Like, I was like, the one thing that one of my friends was like, you know, I don't know if anybody else saw this, but kind of threw me off that it wasn't, like, dark out. And I was like, you know what? Fair.
But that's how it was, like, in LA a few years ago, too.
Yeah. When you're like, oh, it's just still daytime, which is so true. Because, you know, we're watching the game start at like 6:45, but it was 3:45 over there. So it's obviously much earlier. And it's in LA again next year. So staying on the West Coast. But beautiful. Beautiful music.
I thought it was beautiful.
Yeah. Batiste is the award-winning #1 dry shampoo brand. It's #1 in the world, #1 in the U.S. It instantly refreshes your hair, absorbs oil and grease for cleaner looking and feeling hair with added volume and texture. Batiste is so great because it's easy on your hair and your wallet. You get that blowout look without the blowout price. Or if you're somebody that goes to get blowouts and then, you know, you want to make that blowout last as long as you can, Batiste Dry Shampoo has you covered. Batiste works better than the next leading competitor and brands that cost up to 2 times more. It's a cult classic for a reason. All hair types are welcome. I think if you're somebody that maybe your hair gets a little oily quickly, like I have to deal with that all the time, especially if I'm going to the gym in the morning and then I want my hair to last me throughout the day. Batiste Dry Shampoo brings it back to life. So you can buy Batiste Dry Shampoo online or in store at your nearest retailer.
And then, of course, we got the commercials, which is always another entertainment factor of watching the Super Bowl. Some better than others.
Yeah,
know?
definitely. There was some big themes for sure. We got a lot of AI commercials, but then of course we go into the classics, the chips, the beer. Dunkin' always has a big one. I thought Pepsi had a great one, which we'll talk about too. But I will say, like, then there's the ones that pull your heartstrings where you're like the Lay's was immediate tears of the farmer retiring, his daughter taking over. I'm like, ugh.
They know how to get you.
That will get me every time. Passing the torch down of the potato farmer to his daughter. Oh my God. I was like, that'll get me every single time. The Dunkin' one I've had is some major, a lot of commercials where they aged people down. Did you notice that? Like a lot of like CGI used to make people look younger.
Yeah, I was so confused because I was like, wait, how do they all look like that?
Yeah, they did it for the Jurassic Park thing too. I think that was Xfinity. Of like basically being like, if Jurassic Park just had like good Wi-Fi, they'd be fine, like Xfinity service. But it was the same thing. It's like they are using those people are in that form of like their younger selves when that came out. And then the same with Dunkin', they went full 90s. So it was like all the 90s sitcoms were honored in that moment. You had Ted Danson, Jennifer Aniston, Tom Brady was in it, Ben. Who else we did? Fresh Prince. So Alfonso, Urkel. Oh, and Seinfeld, Jason Alexander. I mean, it was almost, dare I say, too many cameos. Like once it got
and
to
Joey.
the end, yes, and Joey. Yes, sorry, Joey
From Friends.
Yes,
Matt LeBlanc.
But exactly, like it got to the point where it was almost like a cameo is great in a commercial, but is this too many cameos?
Oh, I didn't think that because I was like, oh, you know, it's nice to see them all together. I'm sure they had like competing sitcoms at one point.
Right, and I guess you can't like leave some of them out.
I'm sure there's somebody out there that's mad that one of them got left out.
That they weren't in that one.
Yeah,
but a lot of Backstreet Boys.
There was.
Good for them. I feel like they were not only in the T-Mobile one, but then Coinbase did like a karaoke commercial that was Backstreet Boys. Which song is, let me tell you, we all started singing. Like karaoke, and we were like, damn, it's karaoke.
Right, the lyrics were up on there. I was like, all right, I might as well sing.
I guess we're all singing.
What do you think of the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood trailer for the new like spin-off Cliff Booth.
Oh, I didn't even know that's
that.
what it
You
was
didn't see
connected
that?
to.
No, I didn't see
A
it.
whole
saw
trailer Brad Pitt for the
Oh my God,
spin-off.
I didn't even see that.
Oh,
I was
I must have
confused.
been not paying attention.
Yeah, I was confused if it was a commercial or if it was
No,
a
it's
movie
like-
trailer because they didn't say the name of it. There
No,
was no
it's-
like, was that the point?
Did they not say the name at the end? But it's
It literally just
wait,
says
it's a
coming
show. It's a
soon,
show.
Netflix.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
it's
they
a
never-
show on Netflix.
But they never put the show. It was just like Brad Pitt, and they were like, what?
The
What did,
Adventures of Cliff Booth. Is
what did
it's
they
called.
have covered? Like you know how thing was.
Yeah, that was like it was bleeping curses a lot of the time. It looked like,
Oh.
but it was throughout. I don't know. That was just like a
But it was like
stylistic
there was
thing.
something covered, and that's why I thought it was an ad. Like I was like, is this a beer commercial?
No, it was like a legit trailer. It looked.
No, I
sick.
realized that afterwards.
Yeah. I think it's a show, right?
It's
Or maybe it.
no, I think
Oh, no,
I
it's a
think
film. It's a movie.
It's a movie.
Yeah. I don't know why I thought it was a show.
The Adventures of Cliff Booth, a surprise Netflix
Yeah.
follow-up film.
Who's
Yeah.
it's
It's
directed?
David Fincher.
Yeah, David Fincher. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, I can't believe I freaking missed that.
And it's
What's
still
wrong with
scripted
me?
by Tarantino,
Okay.
which is cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that and was definitely like, is this a trailer or a commercial? Like I was
Summer
confused
release.
for a second.
Shit.
Yeah. It's gonna be kind of soon.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm excited for the new Spielberg movie.
Oh, that looks really good.
That looks really
Yeah.
good. Disclosure Day.
Yeah.
Love
Another
a new
alien.
alien situation. I'm not gonna lie, like the Budweiser commercial, that those always get me. And
They're always a staple.
and when watching with some of my friends, and when the like right before the wings spread over the horse, my friend goes, "If this bird becomes a bald eagle," and right as he said it, and then the wings went, and we all went, "Yeah!" It was awesome. By the way, the Olympics started. I know we're like talking about other things, but sorry, the bald eagle just reminded me.
Lindsey Vonn.
Reminded me about that. I'm locked in. The Lindsey Vonn
Tough.
thing was awful.
It was
though. Holy
actually
shit.
insane.
I couldn't believe it when I woke up and saw the
Yeah.
news. I went, "Oh,
my
no!"
no, it was crazy.
And then it was such a tough transition. The Super Bowl ended and it went right into Olympics coverage. And Mike Tirico's on the field and he's like, "Yes, like we've all like know what happened in women's downhill, but here's the women's downhill coverage." Because it's hard because you're so
Yeah,
happy
you
for
wanna watch
Breezy
it live.
Johnson who won gold. But at the same time, seeing that happen to Lindsey Vonn was awful.
awful. I mean, she took a major risk.
Yeah, she did.
Obviously, which, you have your opportunity at the Olympics. So
Yeah.
as an athlete, I'm sure you're like, okay, well, I just need to go for it no matter
Yeah,
what. But
and she came in third in training.
I know.
Is this definitely it for her? Like,
Oh,
she's retired.
yeah.
I mean,
All I
I
know
would
is I saw
imagine
she broke her
now-
leg. I don't know what could I think it's
yeah.
Yeah.
like
No, she's
her
not
knee
coming
was
back in 4
already
years.
blown
Like,
up.
Yeah.
No, it was already crazy for her to come out of retirement in the first place.
Yeah.
So that just fucking sucked to watch. It really did. But I loved getting to watch the figure skating before the Super Bowl. Love the figure skating. I'm locked into Quad God. That guy's unreal.
Did you see that guy Ilya, by the way? The figure skater? Unreal. Did you just say that?
I mean, in what world? Like, are we living in? Did you just say that?
I really
Yeah.
didn't hear you say that, but we were watching
I
that
was
last
just,
night.
I just said the Quad God. He's unreal.
Oh, I
That's
don't. Is
him.
that his nickname?
That's
I don't
his
know.
nickname.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Yeah.
if you didn't say Ilya, I don't feel bad about that.
No,
I don't know that
But
his
he's
nickname's the Quad God.
yeah, because he does all the quads.
Oh, see, I don't know that. I was just like, oh, the guy
Well,
Ilya, and I'm like,
fair.
isn't that the same name as he did Rivalry?
Yeah, well, get ready to know him, Noah, because
He's going to be everywhere.
He's going to be everywhere. And the team event was really fun to watch. But no, that talking about the bald eagle just reminded me about that. I thought that was a great one. Sabrina Carpenter was in one. I think Pringles, right? That was kind of a quick
Yeah.
one. But once again, chips, beer, the
all the
used.
staples of the
Yeah.
of the commercials.
All the
But
usual.
then Pepsi had a really good one, I thought.
Pepsi did have a
Actually,
great one.
started cackling at the Pepsi commercial.
Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
it was, first of all, the usage of the Coca-Cola polar bear.
Yep.
Super smart.
Yep.
And then on top of that, the Jumbotron being caught with the Pepsi
Yeah.
was so smart. Like, I
Yep.
genuinely was cracking up.
Just a little pop culture reference
Mm-hmm.
in there. And we do have a little challenge for us.
We do have a challenge.
Which we're very excited about because across other Barstool shows, they've been doing it. And they've been doing it all of Super Bowl week. So I'm really excited for us to do it now because we got to see the commercial. And obviously the whole point of the commercial was the polar bear blind tasting both and leaning towards the Pepsi, picking the Pepsi and being just a little confused over it. And we get to do the taste test as well. So thank you, Pepsi, for sponsoring. And we will get our little Pepsi challenges out, ready to go. Rhea's going to set them up for us. This Pepsi's Super Bowl 60 spot brings light to a similar phenomenon of discovery and truth. It's called the Pepsi paradox, folks. The idea that when labels and bias disappear, cola drinkers prefer the taste of Pepsi, a phenomenon that blind taste tests have repeatedly proven. In 2025, the revival of the Pepsi Challenge, 66% of participants agreed Pepsi Zero Sugar tastes better than Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. Pepsi wins on taste. Sometimes you have to flip your world upside down to discover what's been there the entire time. So go try out Pepsi Zero Sugar, and we are about to do this Pepsi Challenge presented by Pepsi. Let's get right into it.
Who wants to go first?
Okay, so we are ready to go. The cans are covered, and they have straws in each one.
Oh my God, I'm so excited
So we
to do
have
this.
can A and can B. So should we all taste can A first? Should we go can A?
Let's go can A.
Okay,
All right.
ready? Okay.
Okay.
Yum.
I like can A.
I like can A. Mm-hmm. Can B? Do we feel like I need a palate
I was
cleanser?
just going to say,
you
do we
know?
need some water?
Yeah.
All right, are we going can
Yeah,
B?
can B.
Okay.
Ooh. So I'm tasting a little can A again.
I'm going to go back and forth for a second.
I think I'm leaning can A.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm going to go back and forth one more time, back to can A,
Yep.
and then back to can B. Okay, I think we should each go around and say which one we like better.
Okay, and then we do a big reveal.
And then we'll do a big reveal. We'll all check which can is which. Because I think they're mixed up. I think each one is different. So we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm going to lock in can B
I'm going
as my favorite.
I'm going can A. I like can A.
Okay.
I like can A too. I'm going to go can A. I like
Shoot.
can A.
All right, let's see.
All right, so we reveal.
All right, let's check.
So how do we pull? Oh, it goes out like this.
Yeah, I think you got to
Let's
pull
see.
it.
Oh, okay.
All right, let's see.
Can A is.
Ooh, let me see. Ooh, I think mine's okay. I think I got Pepsi. Can
Hold on.
B.
Mine. I can't fully pull mine out, but it is because it's kind of glued in here.
Oh,
Up, got it. Can B. I picked Pepsi Zero Sugar. Honestly, it tastes so good.
My can A was Pepsi Zero Sugar as well, so I'm
Oh my God.
Pepsi.
Oh, wow,
Pepsi Zero Sugar.
oh. I got Coca-Cola Zero.
Oh.
All right,
Wow.
well.
Okay. I guess me and Fran are on the same page.
I'm always opposite of you
Be
guys.
one, yeah, seriously.
Yeah, I guess so. Oh my God, that is delicious though. The Pepsi Zero Sugar tastes so good. Ooh, nice little pick me up for the morning.
Yeah, seriously. Pepsi Zero Sugar is great. I had a couple cans when I was out in San Francisco too, which was delightful.
It just
a
hits
really
the spot.
a good pick me up.
Especially when you haven't had soda in a little bit and you're like, ooh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna break out a nice little Pepsi.
And it's true, like going back and forth. I know everyone has their preferences, and that's
Yeah.
totally fine. But I get what they're saying. Like the Pepsi Zero Sugar to me has that classic cola taste.
Yeah, I agree.
That I really, really enjoy. So guys, go out and try Pepsi Zero Sugar today. Thank you to Pepsi for sponsoring
Yes.
this challenge. And we really loved the commercial. I
that
thought
was
that was
fun.
I
No.
thought that was a lot of fun.
The commercial was so funny. I genuinely was hysterical
Yeah.
laughing. And this challenge was really fun. I feel like we got to do more challenges.
I know.
I love
we
a
do.
little blind taste
I
test.
do love a challenge. Same. I'd like to do one with like chips.
Yes, to see which one.
Yeah, or like pretzels.
Yeah,
Some
pretzels
sort of
will be
snack.
hard.
Pretzels
Yeah.
is hard, but just really like giving our taste buds a test.
Right. It is
So,
fun. Little
yeah,
blind
it
taste
is.
test.
It is.
So thank you, Pepsi. Moving on from commercials, we have to talk about all the sightings of Super Bowl weekend. The people were out and about.
Parties.
The people were out there in San Francisco. And the people I'm talking about are Tom Brady and Alix Earle. They were back to it. They were dancing. They were mingling. You know what? frick. I thought it was going to be a one night only thing in St. Bart's, but maybe they have unfinished business. Maybe they didn't close the deal in St. Bart's.
Maybe. And I know like Tom Brady probably has like, I'm sure there's more details of him. I don't know if he's like an investor in the Palm Tree Crew or like whatever. I don't know if he's involved in any way. But seeing him like wear that hat, talking to her, I'm like, hello, fellow young kids. Like, he's like I got my Palm Tree Crew hat on.
And his dancing.
The dancing was tough to watch. I'm not gonna lie, but I feel bad making fun of the dancing because I'm like, you know what? At least he's trying to dance. Because there's so many guys out there that are like, I don't dance. And then they just stand in the corner and they're no fun. And I'm like, at least he's trying.
Incredibly true.
Did watching the video send a shiver down my spine? It did a little bit, but that's okay.
Yeah, and I guess like how am I going to support John Hamm dancing and then get on Tom Brady's case?
Fair,
you know what I mean?
Fair. Well, you know, John Hamm wasn't dancing with Alix Earle, so that's a big
I will
difference.
say though, like Tom Brady is like the man of the Super Bowl. So you know what I mean? Like he is
football.
He is the Super Bowl.
Mr. Football. Mr. Super Bowl.
I think he is Mr. Super Bowl.
Yeah, well.
So
he has a lot of them.
if you're Alix Earle,
yeah.
Once again, we're coming to her defense about the St. Bart's and now again with the Super Bowl, but it's like
I know. And let me tell you something.
More like, you're here? I didn't even know you were here.
Well, the thing is,
Well,
like,
if the
there's so
Instagram stories he was posting where it looked like he was trying to get the attention of a young female makes a lot more sense.
Right. And because my thought process was like, all right, if you're a single girl and you're at Super Bowl weekend, everybody's there.
Yeah.
You know, there has to be other young single guys that are there.
For sure.
That you may be interested or are interested in you.
Yeah.
But you just can't. Tom Brady.
None of them are Tom Brady.
None of them. Yeah, I guess none of them are Tom Brady, but I don't know.
Yeah. The more I see it, the more I'm like, no, like I don't love it.
Well, we don't want them to start
But
dating, like, and
it's
we're
just-
inching.
right.
A second spotting is inching closer to
second
them
spotting
getting
is-
spotted at dinner.
Right. A second spotting is like, oh, you guys like were texting about what parties you were going to be at.
Right,
You know?
Did you plan to meet up here? Right, yeah. Because in St. Bart's, it was like,
Yeah.
oh, maybe they met at that party and then they just had a vibe
Right.
for the night and then they didn't text. But now that they're back at the party, it's like,
Yeah. And yes, there's definitely like Super Bowl parties. You show up and you see all the same people. It's like everyone's kind of doing the same circuit. But there are so many parties happening that you do text your friends like, hey, we headed to this one or this one. You know? There's a bunch of different options. And I'm sure they've been seeing each other all weekend long. But yeah, someone caught them having a little moment on the dance floor. And at least in my mind, though, I'm like, if they were together all weekend, we would have seen more than just this video. They would have been, someone would have been taking pictures of them like everywhere else.
yeah. It's more just like it's so clear that Tom Brady is going through a midlife crisis, in my opinion. You know, it's just like so apparent. He's the Palm Tree Crew, and he's dancing with Alix Earle, and you know.
He did post on his story yesterday when he was like
The
posing,
Instagram stories.
You know, he's posting like he posed with a bunch of when he was with the Hall of Fame people. He was with two older ones. It was like Joe Montana and whoever, and he posed with like two younger ones, and he's like, I had to put the glasses on to fit in with the young people. So like maybe he's a little self-aware, but
Yeah,
No,
he's divorced dad.
Self-aware, or it's like he's really afraid of like letting go of his youth.
Yeah, I think that could be a little part of it. But
His youth. He's he had to let go of his youth a long time
ago.
I mean, he's
he
not
does
super old.
No.
No, but like
his
I
40s.
I'm 31. I'm like I have let go of my youth at this age.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's nice to keep on to your youth a little bit. You know, you never want to lose that self, but not in the way that you
not
feel like
in
you need
that
to
way.
fit in with the
Yes,
trends
yes.
and fit in, like, just be yourself. You know,
I
there's
just
no
meant
reason
it
to
more
like
in the way
start
that
to
like
fit in.
if I'm hanging out with a 20-year-old, I'm not trying to act like that 20-year-old.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, there's no need to be doing that. And
Yeah.
and he does look pretty good, though. I'll give him that, even though I've been shitting on him.
No, he looked
I'll give
nice
it to
coming
him.
out of that little photo booth thing that they did when they were talking about MVPs, which was cracking me up because it was like small, but like more and more people just kept coming out. I'm like, obviously there's a door on the other side, that they're walking through. But it was like the thought of all these guys like squished in the side made me giggle a little bit. You know who looked handsome? Jalen Hurts. God,
Always. I mean,
God,
he's so handsome.
God, he's so handsome. It gets me every time.
One of my friends had a Leo spotting.
Mm.
So, yeah. Leo, Tobey Maguire.
He was partying it up, it
They
seemed.
were-
I saw the video of him
Yeah, that
dancing.
video to Ice Cube.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
going hard. And apparently he's just a good vibes guy, dancing, the whole thing. So,
I kind of respect. I was like, I didn't know that he like did that.
yeah, the way that I heard
Yeah.
was that, or one of the things that my friend spotted was that, like, he passed him coming out of the bathroom, and Leo was walking back to his friends and saw his friends and started doing a dance when he saw his friends. And I was like, you know what? Like, you just, like, envision that. Like, he saw
Yeah.
his boys, and he was
Yeah.
like, ooh.
Yeah, and we know Leo loves nothing more than a night out with his boys.
Exactly.
So-
exactly.
Him and Toby.
Him and
Yeah,
Toby.
him and Toby,
Listen,
they-
they are. That's a strong friendship.
His longest
Is
relationship.
Toby Maguire married or no?
Oh my
He's
God!
divorced.
No, Toby
Divorced.
Maguire. All he wants to do is get his paws on younger girls.
Yeah, he got divorced. Like,
Sorry, that sounds terrible, but that's one of the things about Toby Maguire everyone talks about is that him like Leo, they
Yeah,
just
yeah.
always date younger
They made
girls.
a pact.
Yeah,
was married
nobody
for-
over 25.
he was married for a long time though.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he's only been divorced in the last
They must have had so much fun making the Great
5-ish
Gatsby.
years, I think.
Toby Maguire.
I just go do a quick search on when he got divorced because I believe his ex-wife is an
2020 he got
Author?
divorced. He was married for 13 years.
13 years.
2007
Pretty
to
long time.
2020. Jennifer
A
Meyer.
very long time, but then he started dating a 20-year-old actress
Yeah,
at
I
the age of
remember
49.
that. I remember
Naturally.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
What else are you supposed to do after you get
Oh,
divorced?
it's crazy. These guys are
Yikes.
just
Yeah, it
yikes.
really is. It really is something else.
Oh
but
yeah.
Yeah.
I see the picture of him with a 20.
Yeah.
Yeah. The parties, everybody seemed like they were having a blast. Seems like San Francisco threw some good parties. There's like a ludicrous moment that went viral of Justin Bieber coming up on stage with him, which love seeing Bieber have some fun. He was at the game with Haley, taking it all in, enjoying it. Kim Kardashian was sitting with Lewis Hamilton at the game, side by
like it.
side.
I like it a lot.
People were calling it a hard launch. Once again, not shocking at all. My brother was cracking me up because he is a big F1 fan and he loves Ferrari. And Lewis is now with Ferrari. And I like showed her the picture. He was like mumbling on the couch next to me. He's like, "This is just not good for Ferrari's never gonna break through." It just kind of made me giggle. But no, they looked great. I felt like people were like they're in coordinating outfits. They were
Yeah.
they're a beautiful pair.
They are.
He's a very pretty man.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and I say pretty on purpose because I think he's a very pretty man. Like he's a gorgeous guy. But yeah, everybody was out. Kendall Jenner, all the celebs. I feel like I saw a ton
People
running
were-
around.
They were seen. They
Yeah.
were out there being seen, having a good time. Travis Kelsey.
Totally. San
having a good
Francisco is
time.
definitely one where it's like you come from LA, it's pretty easy.
Yeah, Travis Kelsey was dancing along with the Fate of Ophelia remix with Loud Luxury. So that was cool to see. Just good vibes all around.
Yeah. We lost the dozen, sadly. But we did have some celebrity guests. I'd be remiss to not say that, you know, Bobby Bones and I had a lovely time.
Yes,
He's
good.
a very nice man, which I never thought he wasn't.
No.
You know?
Just not a great dancer.
And
He's ruined the show.
Brandon Walker was like, "You gonna say something to him?" And I was like, "Look, he started it off with such a nice compliment that I was like, I'm not gonna, you know, like he was so nice. He immediately shook my hand, was like, I see your podcast all the time. Like, congratulations, you guys are great.
Oh, so you never acknowledged.
No.
Do you think he knows?
I don't know.
Probably
To be
not.
honest, I didn't really get to like, we spoke when we were going on stage, but he kind of got there like right as we were starting. So there wasn't like a lot of mingle time. And then in between, I was watching the other match and there's just like a lot of people coming in and out.
Maybe it was like a Katy Perry moment where he's like, kill him with kindness. Remember? I specifically requested you guys.
yeah.
Yeah. Once he, like, after that, want to be a jerk and just say, oh yeah, really wish you didn't win Dance with the Stars.
No, maybe if he was like, congratulations, I did see what you said about me, but it's all right, that sort of thing.
Yep. And it was lovely to see our pal Adam Devine.
What did he have to say?
We giggled. I said, you remember seeing me at the Super Bowl? I showed him the picture of him and my husband. He claimed to remember.
Yeah.
And we laughed about it.
Claimed to remember.
Well, we were all, feeling no pain at that point at the bar with the purple drink. Mm-hmm. And we were drinking a lot of those.
Right.
So we were giggling and having fun about it. But he brought his whole the whole Workaholics crew. They all came.
Really?
All 3 of them came, yeah.
No, yeah, it's interesting, like, they weren't on other teams,
Right. I was laughing. I was like, we should have just had the 3 of them, like, be on people's teams.
They should have just been a team themselves.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, it's like Dave's team, their person dropped out last minute. So, like, they ended up having security Pat. And it was like you literally had the 2 guys.
I loved it.
Yeah, it was cute. It was
I
really
was really
sweet.
happy for Security Pat.
But then I was like, they had the 2 guys from Workaholics like watching up on the balcony.
Right.
One of them could have popped down because I think Blake was like on Celebrity Jeopardy. I'm pretty
really?
sure.
So he
I think
he might be too good.
He's a trivia guy. Yeah, maybe he would have been too good. Who knows? But they didn't need it anyway, so they were good. But the dozen's back. But yeah, that's always funny seeing people like come in and out of that because you're there for Super Bowl, and the last few years we've done. It feels like NFL Honors has been on the same night as the dozen. So you're walking around, you're seeing people, you're seeing friends, and all these things, and I'm like, oh, I'm here for the dozen. They're like, oh. Going to NFL Honors. It's like we got the dozen.
Right. The dozen was at the same time as Traitors, which was tough.
Yeah.
Trying to balance both at the same time.
I know. So fair. But lot happening
When's
around.
the next match for the dozen?
Good question. I'm not sure.
But like it's starting back
starts
up
regular,
now?
yeah.
Nice.
Like starts like regular matches
Nice.
and such.
I miss it a little bit. I miss watching.
Yeah.
I like watching the matches.
I miss playing. It's always fun. I had the joy of telling Adam Devine to his face that like he has been. I'm like, you have been this category, celebrity mashup. I'm like, they use your face often. Mm-hmm. He was like, what?
He's a good mashup.
Yeah. So it was fun, but yeah. Then I was out of there Friday, so I missed all the hoopla, all the big parties and such.
Yeah,
there's some. All the moments. But I'm sure all the Patriots fans that were out there had a blast until the game. Because it's like you do get to do all the fun stuff, all the parties, all the events, and have all the, like the DraftKings is always doing something great and great performances, concerts. I love that like everyone was loving Olivia Dean. Saquon Barkley was tweeting like, Olivia Dean, she's awesome.
Right.
Yeah, she is. James, there was like an Apple TV, a big Apple TV event in the last like week or so. And they asked a lot of the actors and actresses, like, who would they want as a Super Bowl halftime show? And James Marsden was like, Olivia Dean. Like, she's great. I was like, okay.
Okay. Yeah. No, she's great.
Yeah. There were some very
She's
interesting.
great, but people are hopping on the bandwagon.
There were some very interesting answers that were thrown out there. But
Did you see what Chris Brown posted after, by the way?
Yes.
Yeah,
Like,
shut
up.
Sorry, Chris Brown, we don't need you.
Yeah,
Sorry.
nobody's like, we need Chris Brown.
He said he posted on a story like, clearly they need me or something like after Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
No.
We don't actually. We're good.
Yeah, we'll pass.
We're totally good. Thanks, though.
The last time that I went to the Super Bowl, or Noah and I went to the Super Bowl weekend, not the actual Super Bowl, was 2018 in Atlanta. Or 2019.
2018 was Minnesota.
2019.
Yeah, 2019 was...
Minnesota first, then Atlanta.
Yeah, Minnesota was
Minnesota was
2018.
the first
Yeah, and
one,
then
that was
so the last one was 2019. And we have now tried to go
we were
back.
there for LA in 2020.
Oh, right. We were there for that one too.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
But 2019 felt like... I feel like we were in and out for LA, kind of.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
for that
2019
one,
we were
I
there.
remember we kind of like, man, we won't try to do this again.
Yeah.
Well, I also feel like
And-
2020 was funny because it felt more like we were going to do a show and like less about the Super Bowl.
And the Super Bowl was happening at the same time.
Yeah.
But since then, we were kind of like, man, we're out on going to Super Bowl weekend.
Also-
and then after this weekend, I was like, maybe I'll try to go to Super Bowl weekend next year. Like I've
But
just
the
been
Patriots
so
being in it
out
is
on
such
it.
a factor with
Yeah.
this company, I feel like.
Yeah,
It is.
totally.
But
It
I
is.
remember after the LA one, we just like hated it so much that we were like,
Yeah.
oh, you know. So
And also 2018,
Well, guess what? It's back in LA next year.
I know,
so.
I know.
2018 and 2019 were also, I feel like, the last times because we all still stayed in the house together.
Yeah, yeah.
For those ones, and now it's like a different
Yeah.
thing.
And it was just a bigger, like, I don't know, bigger Barstool production. Those were the years when everybody went. We had parties. We did Rough and Rowdy, and it's huge. Like, well, yes, we do the dozen at the Super Bowl. It's just a smaller production, and it's not as like guests and big things going on for that. But Super Bowl weekend is a ton of fun. When it's obviously more fun when your team is playing.
Yeah, we did have fun when we went. We saw Lil Wayne.
Yeah. There's
but,
always
yeah.
great parties. That's one thing that
There's always great
that they're
performances.
going to do well Super Bowl weekend is
Right.
parties.
On top of all of that, we might have had a breakup between Cardi B and Stefon Diggs. You know, he didn't have a great night last night during the game. He got into a little, tussle.
Yeah.
Well, he was
And-
fouled in that.
And
It was for sure. They should have called a flag. Yeah, thrown a flag. Called a flag. They should have thrown a flag.
yeah, but it seems like they may have broken up. They don't follow each other anymore. Noah actually found that Cardi B still does follow his mom because he went to her
Investigative
following
journalist.
and typed in Diggs, and that was the only Diggs that popped up. So
Let me double check right now that she's still following.
following the mom. Double check on that. And I maybe think that they broke up before the Super Bowl.
Right,
And that she was
right.
just still there because she's Cardi B and she's probably going to be at the Super Bowl regardless.
Yeah.
But
Yep, she still follows Stephanie Diggs.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought that it was. I didn't really think that there was anything going on in a bad way between them because it's like, oh, he's playing, she's there, she was there all weekend. I saw people like taking pictures with her at parties and stuff. So I thought she was living the full WAG life, but maybe she was just doing the full celeb at the Super Bowl life instead.
There were no videos yesterday about like let's go Patriots.
Yeah, right.
or
There was
anything,
no like
so.
go Patriots. No, she wasn't dressed in
No.
in anything
Yeah.
pro Pats or even just like about him. So yeah, that certainly raises some eyebrows.
It does raise
Maybe
some
she was their
eyebrows.
good luck charm.
Maybe. And then he broke it off. People saw his ex-girlfriend outside of like his hotel and they thought that maybe that had something to do with it.
Yeah.
Or that was sort of a sign that they maybe broke up. But
What happened with his? Is that still
he
like
has to go to
pending?
court.
It's
He has to go
going
to court
after,
now.
yeah.
They put it on hold because
Right,
he was at
because
the
of
Super Bowl.
the Super Bowl. Yeah,
Come on,
it's
priorities.
like honestly, truly so ridiculous.
No, it's so crazy.
But yeah, that's damn. Love's dead.
And speaking of love being dead, my God, the most in love couple of the century, Chase Stokes and Kelsea Ballerini, have called it off again. When I saw this headline, I just couldn't even believe what I was seeing. I'm like, it was a little suspicious that Madeline Klein and Kelsea Ballerini had posted a picture together on Instagram story. And then Madeline Klein unfollowed Chase Stokes that same night. People saw.
Oh,
Yeah, so Madeline,
damn. She doesn't follow him anymore.
no.
Had she followed him like she did?
I believe so. That's what the people were saying, is that she was following him and then unfollowed him. I mean, she just posted a roundup of OBX stuff and tagged him and all that jazz. So
Right.
I do believe she unfollowed him. So that didn't look good.
Yeah, shit. He's not in there.
No. So people were like, did they compare notes? Did they compare stories? And Kelsea was like, not happening.
Yeah. We don't really have too many details. It came out on TMZ that they had split. And I just don't really have it's just a back and forth constantly.
I'm invested in this because I can't believe like the last time we talked about it when we were joking, being like, we're wiping our hands clean of these two. You do your thing. I really was like, in my head, maybe they really will this time. So the fact that they just broke up again,
Yeah.
What are the odds that they get back together within
The
the
end
year?
of your statement was like absurd.
No, and now I'm like, I need to know what happened now. Like, because Kelsea Ballerini at the Grammys last Sunday was asked on the red carpet about like the whole post and everything. And she
Yeah.
was like, you know what? I believe in love, and I believe in him, and I love him. And then a week later, they broke up again. I now feel too invested in these two.
They owe us an explanation at this point. They do.
And I don't like to say that about anybody. But now I'm like, God damn it, if we don't find out what happened here, I'm going to be kind of pissed.
Look, it was less than 2 months ago. I had to read it again just to remind myself of this caption.
Yeah,
Take accountability, learn from mistakes, lean into love, and say it often. 2026, my year of growth, my year of truth, starting here, starting now.
She meant
Happy
to say
New
my
Year's.
month of truth.
And,
No,
that's
Chase
Chase.
Stokes.
That was Chase's
Chase
caption.
Stokes had the classic New Year's resolution that lasted 10 days.
Yeah.
And he was like, you know what? Fuck this.
Yeah.
I'm out again. Like, I don't know what happened there, but the signs were there when Madeline Klein and Kelsea Ballerini posted an Instagram story together, and then Madeline Klein unfollowed Chase. It was like, what did they talk about that led? Now
Right.
everyone's like, something's not adding up here.
No.
And then we get that they broke up.
And anytime it's a constant breakup back together, breakup back together, it's not good.
The thing is, I haven't seen something like these two in a long time. I mean, this is quite the back and forth
Or
that
at
we
least
haven't
for it
seen
to end up
sometime.
somehow getting out and like being public. Because I feel like there's definitely some celebrity couples that manage like breaking up and getting back together and no one really finding out. But it feels any time that there is a blip between these two, it makes news.
The crazy thing, if they just didn't post a few weeks ago about it, no one would be like, they wouldn't even know that they were together and then broke off. Like,
Yeah, no,
Well,
they're
it
the
was-
reason that everyone knows.
They're
about
like
this.
they're like Lucy and Steven. Like they
Damn.
just they promise each other it's going to be different the next time, and it's not. It just ends up 2 days
Do
later.
you think they're gonna ever post about this, or no?
No. They can't possibly.
They get back together in a few months.
No,
and they
they
post
can't.
Again.
They can't possibly. They have to. They just got to call it off on posting.
Yeah, I feel bad for Kelsea Ballerini because she is such a talented artist.
Yeah.
But the conversation is always about the guy she's
Now we're
with or
stuck
breaking
with
up
this-
with, and now
yeah.
we're stuck with what happened with her and Chase Stokes, this on and off again relationship.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it is.
It's endless.
It's endless. It's exhausting. But now you got me back in with this one. I want to know what the fuck happened. So yeah, I'm being nosy.
Yeah.
And that's that. Moving on. Great news, really exciting news. Heated Rivalry will be coming back in spring of 2027. So about a year. You
Yeah.
know, we're like if we really move it forward a little bit.
A year plus.
Right, but a little bit. Like we're in
A
February.
year and a couple months, I would think.
Yeah, maybe like April.
April, spring 2027 screams April to me.
Right, that's
April, May.
that's literally a year
April.
away,
I hope April.
and it will fly by. And I'm so excited. The fact that we got confirmation that we were getting season 2 a while ago while it was still airing, and I love that they want to keep it true to not like big name actors, even though they have now become big names themselves, and Canadian actors, and it's great. And I'm so excited that it's gonna be here before we know it. I know that it's like, oh, we wish we're getting it in the fall or sooner than that. But you don't realize how fast a year goes by. It does. It goes by really fast.
Yeah, it does. But then, but it's still too far away. Like yes, sure, I'll be happy when it comes out. But if they said, "Hey, it's coming October," I'd be 10 times more happy.
Right. But I don't want them to rush it because I feel like they have a lot of pressure now to have a really great second season.
Yeah.
Like because people love the first one so much. And maybe they would feel like if they were to put out a second season so soon, that it would be sort of rushing it instead of like really taking their time with the product so that when it does come out, people are like, oh, we really love this as much as the first one, if not even more.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I just don't have the patience.
Maybe it's the timing of filming. Maybe they have other,
Yeah.
they're very popular now. They could have gotten other jobs.
They definitely are. I just think I love when a show that has a set amount of time, like it's like, oh, they signed on to do 3 seasons. Maybe it would be more. I don't know. But it's like they signed on to do 3 seasons. Makes me think of like The Summer I Turned Pretty. Like it was like if there wasn't the break with the strike and everything, it's like they would have been bam, 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 summers. And we would have just gotten it all
But we
at the
were
same
so
time.
into it still. It wasn't like we didn't lose
No,
interest.
we weren't at all. No, we didn't lose interest at all. But if it was like a set time every year that we'd get a new season of Heated Rivalry, I'd be pretty happy about that too.
Yeah.
But no, very excited. Just impatient. Because then it's like, yeah, you know, not to talk about time, but it's like, yeah, the year does fly by. And then isn't that kind of sad? It's just the years, they're just flying by.
Yeah, that's a whole other topic.
Yeah.
You know, as
No,
you guys,
yeah.
It is,
It is.
right?
No,
like
but
you
it's
being like, you know,
true.
the year it'll be spring
You don't wanna
27.
look forward to it
it'll be
because then you're
spring
looking forward to
2027
time
before you
passing.
know it. I'm like, shit.
right.
It will. And then it's just time flies.
Time really does fly. And
And I don't want
remember-
it to be spring 2027 right now.
No, we want to take time.
Yeah.
Right. But I think it'll be like when the time comes,
Yeah.
not let's get there. It'll be like when the time comes,
Yep.
we'll be happy with what we got there.
Yep.
I think
It's all about the journey.
Yeah, I remember older adults always saying, "Wait until you get older, the years fly by." And now I'm like, "Holy fuck,
They really do.
really do fly by."
They really do.
Like,
I know.
I feel like I got married 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, it's about to be a year, but it's just like, I was like, wow, this year flew by,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, that would be opposite. If you felt like you got married 10 years ago, it'd be like, it felt like it's been so much time, not fast.
Okay, I guess I worded that wrong, but
No, but I get what you're saying.
But you get what I'm saying.
Yes.
I just meant like the year flew by so fast
Yeah.
in a way that it feels like it was so long ago. I don't know if I'm making sense, but yeah.
I do get what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's like this, you're coming up to your anniversary. How could this possibly be 1 year? Oh, it's just like so much.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
but also at the same time,
Yeah.
you know, it's
Yeah.
just, it's both. I think it's
Yeah.
both. It feels
Yeah.
like goes by fast and also feels like, what the, you know, that was,
I know.
like when we look at the past year, I'm like, that happened this summer? That
Yeah.
happened in September? You know, I'm like, oh, fuck.
I know. And I think it's like your own life events happen at a different pace than other people too. It's like, oh, like I have conversations with people. They're like, didn't you just get married? I'm like, honestly, not really. It's like,
Yeah.
like, thank you for thinking that, but we're, you know, it's a year and a half. Like it's
Yeah.
not so, but yeah, it definitely, you know, time.
They do
Crazy
say it
thing.
flies.
They do say
the common saying.
They do say it flies, which is why I'm like, yeah, do I want to rush to that time so I can watch it? I want it to be here. But
No, that's
No,
a constant
but it'll-
struggle.
okay, take your time.
It'll
take
just
your
be
time.
nice when it comes.
Yeah,
it's
take
not
your
like,
time.
oh,
But
we
it's-
need to get to spring.
It's just about you want to look forward to it, but you
Yeah.
don't want to look forward to time passing. So then you're in
Yep.
this weird like.
Yep. Right, because you always have something you're looking forward to, an event you're looking forward to.
Yeah. But if you're always looking forward, then you're not appreciating the now.
the present. Mm. That's deep.
So true.
And that is
Noah.
so true.
So true.
But I feel like I've heard people say like life is really just like if you always have something good to look forward to, then like you're doing well.
yeah.
That is
Because
true.
if you have nothing to look forward to, then it's like
right,
kind of-
then people deal with
Yeah.
existential
Yeah.
dread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're like, what is there to look forward
yeah,
to?
that's what it's like. If you have vacation lined up or something.
Yeah, you know. We got heated rivalry lined up
Yeah,
in spring
we're
Yeah, like,
doing
so if you're
2027.
ever
Next spring,
down,
next
just be
spring,
like,
yeah.
well, at least we got heated
Right.
rivalry next
Guys,
year.
yeah, exactly. If you're ever down in the dumps, you just say to yourself,
You
well,
know what?
we are getting that second season
Yeah.
in spring.
Yep.
I got to hang on.
Yep.
Oh, shit. All right. That wraps up the topics, but we will be getting into the weekly watch report.
Good hair days do more than we give them credit for. When your hair feels healthy, you show up differently. You're more confident, more relaxed, and you're not constantly checking mirrors or adjusting your hair. Your hair becomes one less thing competing for your attention throughout the day. Nutrafol supports hair health from within, working overtime to deliver results you can see and feel so your hair becomes something you enjoy, not something that you stress about. Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement brand, and it's the #1 hair growth supplement brand personally used by dermatologists. Adding Nutrafol to your daily routine is easy. All you have to do is order online. No prescription is necessary, with automated deliveries and free shipping to keep you on track. Plus, with the Nutrafol subscription, you can save up to 20% off and get added perks to support your hair health journey. Let your hair be one less thing to worry about. See visibly thicker, stronger, faster growing hair in 3 to 6 months with Nutrafol. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you visit Nutrafol.com and enter promo code CHICKS. That's Nutrafol.com, Nutrafol.com, promo code CHICKS.
Before we get into the weekly watch report, we're going to do a Traitors recap. Episode 8. Now, maybe Alan got his episodes confused because I thought episode 8 was even more like than episode 7.
It was. We're definitely, the claws are coming out.
Mm-hmm.
The girls are fighting.
Mm-hmm.
And Rob and Candace were in full takedown mode. And look, it is clear this is what happens when you get people who come from a different type of reality show. While yes, Rob is from Love Island, I don't really categorize him as like, as he acts more like a reality TV star.
Mm-hmm.
He went into this show very much taking it as a game. Like I saw Boss and Rob and Candace arguing about this. Like, because Boss and Rob's like, strategy, it's a game,
It is a game.
And Candace like, it's loyalty, it's which is such a housewives thing and a friendship thing, and it's loyalty and sticking up for, the person you say you're gonna work with and all these things. And they were going at it. Now, I guess we could rewind a little bit because Colton did get murdered.
Mm-hmm.
And not that it was like anticlimactic, but I think because he was such a vocal figure in the castle, it seemed like maybe the way he was going to go would be a little bit more dramatic. But he was murdered, and I get why Candace did that. And honestly, it took her maybe a little bit longer to realize why Rob was like, yeah, murder Colton.
I thought that this was such a good move for Rob because I don't think Candace really thought it through that someone would go, well, Rob wouldn't murder Colton. It's his best friend in the game.
Rob kept it a secret that Colton was saying Candace's name.
And also on top of that, it's like you're not going to look at Rob murdering Colton because you'd be like, he'd never murder Colton. Like everyone's looking at Rob like, oh, he's like the sweet boy. I got to say, Rob is showing a lot of shades of this girl, Rhea, in Surviving Barstool season 4, where it's just like kill everybody to win the game. And then you just keep saying it's a game, it's a game. So that's why I support Rob's game so much, because I'm like, it is a game. You're right. It is a game. And you're going to upset people, but he's trying to fucking win the game. Like, and Candace is so stuck on the loyalty thing. And I just felt like, okay, yes, Candace was nervous that Rob was going to do to her what he did to Lisa. But she didn't even try to work with him. She just immediately jumped to, all right, now I'm going to get Rob out because he got Lisa out. When Rob never was gunning for Candace, never said her name until she kind of flipped it on him. And then he was like, all right.
Yeah.
And he said it in his confessional. He was like, I never said Candace and I was never going to go for Candace, but now I am, which is fair because she took it so to heart about Lisa. And, I honestly, the way that the editing was going, I felt like Rob was going to be safe because they were editing it in such a way that Candace was coming for Rob. I'm going to get Rob. I'm going to get Rob. That I was like, there's no way he goes home because it's the way that this is edited right now.
Rob is getting in some all-time pretty privilege too. He really is, and it's fairly spectacular to watch. Like, because to me, it was crazy to me that after that round table. And they're all going for Candace because they're like, it's suspicious that you said Rob's a throwaway vote and now you're gunning so hard for Rob. And the fact that none of them were like, well, maybe like after Candace was like, I'm a traitor.
They said the opposite. They're like, it could never be
like
Rob.
The fact that afterwards they're like, none of them thought, oh, well, if Candace is a traitor and she used Rob as a throwaway, but now she's gunning for Rob, maybe Rob's a traitor. It was not on anybody's
Rob
radar.
just happens to be getting Lisa.
I'm wondering if
Candace.
anybody watched the prior seasons to go, oh, this is traitor on traitor fighting.
Yeah.
Now, like literally Kristen said, no, there's no way Sweet Baby Rob is a traitor. I'm like, that's Sweet Baby Boy. Like I don't know if Rob is a fantastic traitor or if the faithfuls are kind of, living in La La Land.
Yeah, I just think Rob's playing them like a fiddle. And it's not necessarily that they're bad faithfuls. I think he just like, no, it really is. I think it's a lot of the pretty perfect. They look at him and they're like, oh, sweet Rob. Like, he's so nice. He can't be a traitor. And then he just kind of looks at them all like this. Mm-hmm. Like he does like the Kevin James, like,
yeah.
And they're all like, oh, it's Rob.
He absolutely has pretty privilege. Like Candace even said, like, oh, because everyone wants to drink Rob's bathwater. That's absolutely a part of it. And he's leaning into it because he knows it's working to his advantage. But on top of that, he is thinking 10 steps ahead as well. Like, it's not like Rob's doing no thinking and is just getting by
Here's
being
the thing.
pretty. Like, he's good. Really thinking
he is.
very like strategically of what his steps should be, how he should approach Candace at the round table so it doesn't draw more suspicion to him.
Like
he
the
played
Colton
it
thing, like
he played it very cool. He was like when
I
he
think
was like,
going for Eric was also really, really smart as far as like trying to get another traitor. And as he was explaining that, it made a lot of sense, like kind of going through all the other people. So like, do I pick somebody that I can just turn on right away? Do I pick on somebody that like will never be, to pick somebody that's like nobody would ever think they could possibly be a traitor? I think Eric was very strategic. I think he is going to say yes. Like, I know they kind of made it seem like...
Has anyone ever said no and gone home?
I don't know, but not in ones that I've seen.
I don't think that would be kind of stupid.
Yeah.
Because he's like, I'm a faithful. I would
Yeah,
never...
Like, this isn't a real life. Like, you're not faithful to what? Like, you're not... This isn't real life.
Right,
Also,
which is why I just think it's a
you
good...
want to leave the game.
Yeah, but it's a good cover for him. Like, I think Eric is a really good cover for him.
That was smart because he said...
Classic Rob, though, that he like did... It was all other guys.
No, but because they got all girls out, he had to go for a guy because they're looking at all guys now.
Well, they're all looking at...
Because they've been saying it has to be
Candace,
a guy.
because they're like, another traitor has to be a guy.
It was Donna, Lisa, and Candace.
True.
So they're like, okay, well, now we have to start looking at guys. Because
Right, there's got to be one.
Somebody said there's got to be a guy
And there's got to be at least one.
So he had to pick a guy because
and
otherwise...
I felt like they were already kind of talking about that too. Is like, one of them has to be a guy.
Yeah.
So, but it's like these guys that are left all really seem like they trust each other.
Right. I think
it's like-
Stephen Coletti has a lot of eyeballs on him right now.
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
feel like him and Johnny might be the next two that they're looking at for guys, which will then get Rob and Eric to the end. And, maybe they both win. Maybe one takes the money from the other. Like,
I could so see Rob taking the money from Eric.
And honestly, that would be very Johnny Bananas, Sarah.
Yeah, like I just, like at that point, he's gonna be like, bro, I played this game so well myself. I made you a traitor 2 days ago. I'm taking the money.
Like morally, I could never do that.
No.
I would literally be like, all right, I'll fucking share it with you anyway because whatever. But for TV purposes, someone stealing the money is great.
Are there 3 episodes left or 2?
There's 3. So there's 2
9,
more
10, 11?
until the finale. Yeah, there's 11 episodes.
11
total.
episodes, yeah. Yeah, I just, you really, I know people like get angry when there's traitor on traitor or the deceit or whatever, but at the end of the day, and I know we sound like Boss and Rob on here, it is a game. It is a game.
I got no problem saying
and Rob is playing, I think he is playing a very good game with the help of the fact that nobody is fucking questioning him at all.
Right.
But he is making good moves.
He is making really great moves, I think. And I feel like going forward, I'm really stuck on whether I think the Faithfuls somehow come out with a win on this. Or if I'm pretty convinced Rob wins. Like, I have been convinced this entire time that Rob wins.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's just so obvious with the way this show has been edited.
Right.
But I'm like, is there any which way where like Mark, Kristen, Maura, I'm like, I don't.
There
Maura
definitely
just
is.
blindly defending Rob at all times.
It
all
definitely
times.
is, because it would be a good twist. Like, as far as talking about editing wise, it would be a good twist to have everyone think like, oh, Rob's cruising, and then they're actually
boom.
able to get him. And the fact that it's down to technically right now one traitor, because we'll see what happens with Eric, you do kind of lean like, oh, maybe the faithfuls will figure it out. So I don't know.
And when it comes down to it, you can't stay aligned with your traders that you went in with the entire time. You just can't.
Yeah.
It would not be possible to make it to the, like, people are going to start speculating, and then you have to separate yourself. Like, you can't.
Yeah, no, totally.
You can't go, I'm going to fucking go down with this person. It's a game for yourself.
Yeah.
You know, it is an individual game at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I know that the traders sign an oath to be with each other and not go against each other. You're playing for yourself. You don't know
Totally.
these people outside of this.
I have become a big fan, and I liked these two already, Johnny and Tara. And hey, we're getting to watch their Olympic coverage right now. If you're watching the figure skating, you're hearing them commentate. But I feel like Johnny has been playing a pretty good game. Like, I feel like he's been a good faithful. I feel like he has good instincts. The faithfuls have been wrong multiple times this season, but I did like his thought process this episode of like, Candace and I are so close. I don't want to think that it's Candace, but I'm still here. And maybe I'm still here because we are so close and I do have protection in the turret. And now I'm kind of realizing that. And I was like, that's so true. That's a good way to think about it. It's like maybe one of your besties is in the turret if you are kind of making it where your name hasn't been brought up ever because they like you and they want to take you to the end.
I don't know if the Johnny and Tara being besties thing is playing as much as they wanted it to in this show. Like, because no one knows, so it's not like it's ever been a thing where someone has went, wait, these two are best friends. Yeah. It might maybe play in the end.
Yeah.
And we'll see. But I don't know if it's landing in the way that they thought it was going to land, if that makes sense.
Maybe the reunion.
Yeah, it's not really.
They were filming that this week or last week.
I don't remember. But honestly, I think it actually would have been really interesting if Rob did pick Johnny, because I do feel like Johnny and Tara are so close and they both clearly have been like, I'm a faithful. And she's like, I'm a faithful. Like, like they've definitely been like, look, we're faithfuls. Like let's agree on this and whatever. And if it turned out where one of them had to like split from the group because they were actually a traitor, would have been really interesting, because it does feel like that group of faithfuls all really, really trust each other, and Johnny and Tara have like a big say because they are going to agree most of the time. And it's like, if Johnny all of a sudden became a traitor, would have been pretty crazy. That would have sent, like, that just drama-wise would have sent the group in a tailspin, especially Tara. Like, if it got down to the end and Johnny had to fuck over Tara.
That's where I think it would have came more into play. But right now, it's just not.
Right now, they're just like, hey, we're faithfuls.
Exactly.
Like,
but if that happened, then it absolutely would come into play and would create more drama. But unfortunately, nobody fucking knows.
Yeah, exactly.
So Rob doesn't have the foresight to go, I'm going to pick Johnny because he wouldn't go over, Tara.
Exactly.
So,
shout out to Dorinda for making it this far, huh?
Yeah, she's going to get murdered.
Yeah,
It's like no attachment to anybody. She'll get murdered. By the way, Sweet Eric being so confidently wrong about everything is hilarious. He's like, I know whose writing this is. Johnny.
Yeah.
And he's just so wrong.
So wrong.
Like, he's just so wrong, and it's so sweet.
So wrong.
I've seen people saying they're like, we need the video of Colton finding out that Rob
I'm
is a
dying
traitor.
for it. I've been refreshing the Trader social every day. Is it still not out?
I think they posted on Tuesday. I saw someone say that they posted on Tuesday or Wednesdays.
My God, I've been waiting for it all week, and I've literally kept refreshing to be like, I need to watch Colton find out that Rob's a traitor.
I know. Eric's reaction was so good.
So good.
Anybody finding out Rob's a traitor is going to have, they're going to be like, what the, So excited for the rest of the episodes, and we are inching closer and closer. And I want to get it spoiled. I have looked up spoilers. I can't find them. I can't.
You want to get it spoiled?
Yes, I can't take it anymore. I want to know. I have gone through lengths to look up who won this season.
Oh my God, really?
Yes, I can't stop myself.
We're so close.
I know we're so close, but I'm just so I want to know if my theory's right so bad. So I've just been like, please, someone tell me, and I cannot find it anywhere. They've done a good job of keeping it locked in.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure obviously people do know who wins, and I can't find it anywhere. So, whatever. I'll have to wait and see.
Yep.
But that wraps up the Traders recap. Picture this. It's Monday morning. You open up your laptop. Outlook hits you with 87 unread emails. Your calendar looks like a game of Tetris. Your boss wants a report, your team wants presentation, and you just want to take a nap. Enter Microsoft Copilot. Copilot summarizes your emails, and boom, you're caught up. It drafts your report in Word, it builds your slides in PowerPoint, it even pulls insights from your Excel data. Suddenly, you're the office hero. You're organized, responsible, and everyone's taking a look at you. All because Copilot did the stuff you didn't want to. So if you want to reclaim your time and get your life together, try Microsoft Copilot. Copilot, because sometimes the smartest move is letting AI do the work. Learn more at Microsoft.com/M365 Copilot. All right, let's get into the Weekly Watch Report where we talk about the things we watched this week. Weekly Watch Report on Monday, Weekly Watch Report on Monday, Weekly Watch Report on Monday, Weekly Watch Report on Monday. Finally, watch The Housemaid. It's available to rent on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, did I not like this film.
Sorry to hear that. I'm only sorry to hear that because you love the book so much, you know?
I'm taking like a big pause and a big deep breath to emphasize and really collect my thoughts on this because...
Can I ask you a question first?
Yeah.
When you press play... Were you anticipating
loving it
or not, or hating
anticipating?
it? Like, have you seen people's feedback about it?
Yes, and I saw a lot of people give it great reviews.
Okay,
and I anticipated loving it because I will say this: we were going to go to dinner Saturday night. My friend texted me about an hour and a half before we're supposed to go to dinner. She's like, "Have you seen the fucking weather? Have you stepped outside?" I said, "Yeah, I saw it." She said, "I just stepped outside. Holy fuck!"
No, it's Saturday. It was
and
brutal.
Matt and I were supposed to go with her and her husband, and she was like, "What should we do?" And I was like, "I'm getting the feeling that And I said because we were both going to we were going to meet in Brooklyn, and we were like, we can't even walk around, whatever.
No.
So
couldn't even step outside.
So last minute cancellation.
Yeah.
So then Matt and I were like, all right, should we go somewhere like just local to grab dinner? Should we order in, watch a movie? And I was like, I'm gonna let you decide. Like, you pick, I'll do whatever. And Matt was like, let's stay in and watch a movie and order food. And I was like, perfect. The Housemaid is on Amazon. Da 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 da. Like, I was so excited. I was like, okay, we're gonna order a bunch of food.
I have a movie.
I was like, I have a perfect movie for this. We're gonna order we ordered like a bunch of Italian food, and I was so excited.
Yeah, perfect.
Right in the beginning, I'm giving it a shot. I'm like, okay, all right. Okay. And here's the thing. I'm literally gearing up to talk about this because I don't want to be a pile on with the Sydney Sweeney stuff, okay? I don't want to pile on top of it. This has nothing to do...
It's her genuine reaction to the movie.
Right. Her acting in this movie was atrocious. Her voiceovers were so bad. Like, in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
I really thought that they were not good.
I agree. I also watched it.
In comparison to Amanda Seyfried. Amanda Seyfried acted her ass off in this. And I think that's where the disconnect was for me.
Right.
That I felt like...
In comparison,
Amanda was so good and Sydney just...
It makes Sydney's more obvious.
Listen, the character is Nina is Amanda Seyfried's character. But Sydney Sweeney's character, like... Millie is sort of just like, but like also not like, I don't know. I just was so disappointed in the film. It was 2 hours and 15 minutes long. And somehow it felt like it was so long without covering a ton of shit in the book, and that's just what happens when you read a book and it turns into a movie and it's missing a lot of the inner dialogue of why Millie is doing these things and why Nina is doing these things. And you're watching the movie and it's falling short. And then all of a sudden, Andrew and Millie, and they're hooking up and there was no build up before that. I felt like in the book, they at least had a little, more run-ins that would get them to the point of going to the city to see a show and then stay in a hotel together. Like, it just seemed like they were strangers and all of a sudden they went to the theater together. Like, oh God, I just was so disappointed. I really was. And I really went into it with like a big smile on my face. Like, oh, I can't wait to watch this. Finally, I can rent it. And it just fucking disappointed me so much. there were points where Matt was like laughing hysterically. I'm like, this isn't supposed to be a funny movie. Like, this is not.
Right. This is not comedy.
You're not supposed to be laughing at this. And some of my friends who saw it in theater said the same thing right after they saw it, where they were like, for some reason it was funnier than, or like you were laughing at parts that you're not like supposed to laugh at.
Yeah.
I was laughing the whole time.
Yeah,
Especially the Sydney. Anytime she was on screen.
And it's not supposed to be funny. The book is not really funny. It's like a thriller.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's like a.
Do you think they tried to make some like comedic moments just like for the sake of the movie?
No, it wasn't comedic moments.
Oh no, or you were just
like,
laughing
at
them.
how
you were laughing with them.
Bad.
You were laughing at them.
how absurd it was. And I don't know. I just thought, in my opinion, wasn't the best adaptation that it could have been. And I don't know if it was casting or the way that it was written.
I think Sydney was bad, but I actually do think that it was like the writing more so than anything. Like,
right. I think
I didn't read the book, but I watched it with my mom and sister who did. And they were like saying the same thing as you, where it's like a lot of stuff. It just felt like things were happening so fast. There was zero context. And I was just like, wait, how did we get here? How are like Sydney and this guy like already... I feel like they've had like 2 conversations and they're like
really poorly paced.
Yeah, and it was like it felt slow but also too fast. Like you're like, how are these two at the theater already?
Yeah, like,
they don't even, they've had one conversation with each other. I don't know.
It felt like they talked one time and he's already like caressing her leg. I'm like, what?
Yes.
Yeah, what's so hard, and I haven't seen it, but I very much understand what you guys are saying, and I think that does go back to what's so hard when you watch something that's made from an extremely popular book, because you just always get more backstory. Always. Like even with even like people we meet on vacation, like it was like people thought, oh, you're not really getting a lot of background on their friendship. It's like bam, so it's like you're just always missing a lot. And then you watch and you're like, it feels less believable when you have read the book and then watch the movie. Because you're like, oh, well, the book set the whole stage. Now I'm watching this. This feels forced. Like, you're like, how is he already... He doesn't already like her. They haven't even talked. Like,
yeah, And I felt kind of silly because there were a lot of people this weekend that watched it, friends of ours, that really liked it.
Yeah.
And...
People who have read the book?
I was shocked when I saw the Rotten Tomato score. It was 74.
Yeah.
I expected to see
I think that's a big difference. I think you can very much go into a movie like that if you haven't read the book and like enjoy the movie wholeheartedly. I think when you have, I haven't
read the book.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm not surprised to know I didn't like it. But.
Yeah, but Robbie Fox said that he liked it, but he was like, I'll never watch it again.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I think Sydney is just like, there's no other way to say it. Like, and it has nothing to do with anything other than if you just watch this movie, you're like, she is not a good actor. That's it. Like,
yeah,
so bad. Like
and
I said, it sounded like her voiceovers actually sounded like me reading in class in like 7th grade. Like no emotion.
It did.
Yeah. I'm so intrigued to see how she is in this new season of Euphoria.
I am too.
Because I always thought like that was when she was at her best.
Yeah, I didn't want to like pile onto it. And I went into it with high hopes. But I was extremely let down. And as it was progressing, I was like, I was getting upset. I was like, I really don't think I like this movie.
No,
like, I was like, oh
you
my
worried
God.
about Verity now? I was thinking about, I'm like, because I've read that, but I'm like, I wonder if this could happen like that turns into this.
I
too.
have less expectations for Verity because I loved The Housemaid more than I loved Verity. Like, I really loved The Housemaid book.
Better
like,
actors in the Verity movie, though.
I just like loved this book so much, and I read the second, and then it opened up all of Frida McFadden's books to me. So I don't know. I was just kind of bummed. I was like, damn, I feel like it was just missing a lot, and
must not make you excited for another movie.
No, I'm not, because the way that it ends is how the book sort of ends, and then it leads into the second movie. But that would mean that
it's like all
that would mean that Sydney Sweeney is going to be the main star of the second book.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
and
that.
the second movie.
There was even
And
another.
so it makes
3
me.
books.
Yeah, it makes.
They're definitely making another movie.
They are.
Oh yeah, they
my
already said
God.
they're making another movie.
And she's like the main
Yeah.
of the second.
I did like the twist was good, and I was like, I'm sure this was like really good in the book.
It was.
Because I
mean,
didn't actually see that really coming.
No,
like,
I literally couldn't.
She took the bucket to the ocean.
I literally I couldn't put it down. I was like, holy shit, I did not see this coming. Like, da 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 da.
Yeah.
And so I could see how watching the movie, if you never read the book and you were like, oh, that's a good twist,
Yeah.
then people may like that. So I could see that. But
Yeah. The
Yeah.
first like 80% of the movie I thought was horrible, and then that was the only thing that saved it in my mind from being an F movie.
when it switched to Amanda Seyfried narrating, I was like, thank God. Because
Yeah.
it just
yeah.
was tough. I'll give it a C.
Yeah, I'm giving it
It's
a
pretty
D.
pretty fine. Like a C's right down the middle.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to like I did watch the whole thing, so I don't want to absolutely torch it.
Yeah.
In which I kind of did, but I feel like it just comes from a place of more disappointment.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I'll
fair,
never
so
watch it
fair.
again. So I'll give that a C. Traitors, I'll give an A plus. I thought this episode was really good. I watched Summer House. Summer House is back.
Yes.
I will give Summer House a B minus. I think has a lot of potential for the season. I'm interested in the new people.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna get a lot of Amanda and Kyle.
A lot. Look, and we knew we were going to feel this way when the season started because it's like we know how it ends in the fact that they're not together anymore. And I think we all kind of felt, even from watching the trailer, it was like, this is not going to look good for them. And it doesn't right off the bat. Like, just the way that they communicate with each other is just like little jabs. It just feels like they don't enjoy being in each other's presence that much.
I mean, Kyle not understanding why Amanda is not being lovey-dovey with him when he said he was home for 1 weekend and a half from January to June.
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, I mean, we don't have to pile on because we know that they're separating. But you don't understand why she's not loving you right now? Seriously. How can you not get it through your head? This shit pisses me off. I
know.
don't get it.
Yeah.
How can you be so blind to what your wife has been telling you for years? Is that she wants you home?
Yeah.
And
I
wants
don't
to have
think he's
this life.
blind, though. I just don't think he cares.
Yeah, and that's the worst thing.
Like, it's like
to end up in a spot where you don't care anymore. Is the worst of it all.
And that's kind of what Amanda was saying too when she was like, "Look, this shit used to bother me years ago, and now I'm just like whatever." And she's like, "That's probably the most telling of all when you're just kind of numb to it." Look, I think Kyle needs like a very specific type of gal and maybe somebody that'll just like does travel with him. I don't know. Because then even Amanda saying that like he started doing the DJ thing because he was jealous of Amanda doing the swimsuit stuff is crazy. Like, that's crazy to me. And for her to really think that was like the catalyst for this is like, okay, if your husband's trying to one-up you, that's probably
so fucking
not like a
bizarre.
good trusting relationship. Very bizarre. I will say, I'm not gonna lie, sorry, he does have some moments where I giggle. Like him saying to, was it Carl, when he was like talking about what makes him happy, and he's like, I just want to press play.
I can't. Like, I just like don't even find it funny. I find it to be.
All right, I really laughed. I'm sorry. I just want to press play.
I can't. I just frustrates me to no end.
I'm
think
intrigued
it's
by the new people though.
Yeah, I think the way
Ben,
Ben,
Australian Ben, KJ. I think the girls are going to be interesting.
Yeah, I thought that they kind of like fit in. Weren't doing too much, weren't doing too little. One of them started crying at the first dinner.
Yeah, the
which
dinner
was
seemed maybe a little awkward.
hilarious. West had a very funny line about that when he was like, and he was crying at the first dinner. Yeah. And Jesse trying to fit in with Amanda and Ciara and the bed bugs and that whole thing. Like, I think it'll be a good season. I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Too. I think it will too. It's a good start, good intro to a lot of the people. And I think there's still 2 new girls that like we haven't met yet.
There's more coming in.
There's going to be a good mix of new people.
For sure. Love Island Australia, I'm almost done. I have like 2 episodes left.
Oh, shit.
Which is so funny because I've done quite the opposite. I should be watching Love Island All Stars right now. And I was like...
I'm begging you to switch to All Stars.
I am in the middle of it.
Okay, good.
I just got to the point where I'm a little far though back. I just got to the point where Sammy and Lucinda are fighting.
Okay.
So
yeah, fair.
I have a lot to catch up on. But now that Love Island Australia is ending for me, I will be quickly be catching up
You'll
to that.
You'll fly through it. And
I can already see shades of Lucinda pissing me off. So, yeah. Which, you know what a downfall, because she was beloved and then she goes on this and, right? She was loved, right?
I got a lot of feedback too. People were like, I really did like her on other seasons. Now, allegedly, the guy she left games with said that she's got like some sugar daddy, that she goes on these shows like he doesn't care and she's really just like on it to be on TV again and like doesn't really care about these relationships, and then like the show ends and she just goes back to this guy. Which honestly I could totally see. No offense to her, but I'm at my wit's end. She's got to go. I can't watch her anymore. Really? It's just like the way oh my God. Do you mean that? Like, it's just like everything. And the way she talks to guys versus girls, I really don't like. Like, it's like, I don't think she's really an idiot, but I think she makes herself sound like an idiot when she talks to guys, which I really don't like. I think she's weird with the other girls. Millie's a fucking saint for putting up with her and like being her friend and being nice to her. Lucinda, I know you're seeing the drama, so it's like, I don't think you'll care that I say this, but like in one of these last episodes, they do the pie.
Yeah, she pies Sammy.
She pies Sammy. I'm like, girlfriend, like you had the option of everybody. They made it so that like you could pie girls or guys. Really?
Yeah.
You just got, Tommy just laid into you while they were playing a game. And instead of going to pie Tommy, you go and pie Sammy? I thought that was so lame. I bad energy from her this whole season. And her and Sean fucking deserve each other if that's like whatever. Yeah. It's lame.
Well, I got to catch up on all that. Love Island Australia, I would give a B. I felt like it was entertaining, fell off a little bit.
Yeah.
And then, it's fine.
Yeah.
But it did have its very entertaining moments.
It did.
And then Love Island All Stars, I will give it a B+ from where I'm at right now. I can tell it's heating up. I can tell it's about to get more interesting for me. Excited to, now that I'm going to be done with Love Island, I just have to watch the finale.
Yeah.
Or like the final two. I might skip the second to last. And
that episode's always kind of a skip.
Yeah, it's like, I just kind of want to see who wins.
Yeah, like go on dates and you're like, cool.
Right. I'm like, all right, you guys like each other.
Yeah.
And so I will give All Stars a B+. And then that's really everything I watch. Oh, Tell Me Lies.
Yeah.
So we are so close. What do we have?
Two
more episodes left, right?
Yeah, this is episode 6. Which just feels like there's so much that needs to happen still.
It feels like there are a lot of unanswered questions going on right now.
A lot. So many. And I'm just like, this is what's so frustrating with me with the show, especially because the fact that they're saying like, oh, it could potentially end at the end of this season and not have a season 4, when I'm like still so confused. I guess we'll just never know all the stuff in the middle, between like the school years and the wedding year. It's like, because I'm just like, how are we going to get from this Wrigley and Bree setup all the way to what's happening at the wedding? It feels like there's so much in between. But I guess we're just never really going to get a full answer, maybe. I don't know.
I do feel like they're sort of just like ignoring the in-between, like as if it's never happened.
Yeah.
Like everyone just picks up where they left off.
Yeah.
And that's it.
It's just like, yeah, I know. And I feel like there's so much more that happens or that could happen with like the Oliver storyline and Bree going to the house and like what happens with Amanda and like, I don't know, crazy. I just feel like there's
it feels like they threw a lot in.
Yeah.
So now they have to tie up a lot of loose ends.
They got to tie up a lot.
And I hope that they get tied up, because if they don't, it's going to feel like, well, I hope there's another season.
Yeah, and even with like Lucy and Alex, I'm like, how is this going to end? Like this is, clearly the both of them have their intimacy issues, I guess one could call it.
I do like him as a character.
I do too.
I think he's been a good addition.
I do too, but it's like he must just disappear at some point, because it's not like he's in the
he's not the
later years.
And it hasn't been shown that he's at Bree's wedding.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's really, there's a lot going on. And I you know what? We knew Steven was going to do something bad with those pictures. Sending them to her dad
was
is
just
honestly sick.
So sick and bizarre. It almost would have been less sick if he sent it to the school.
I know.
Like, it would have just been like, he wants
Like,
to
at least
just
it's
get...
like an evil, like, has a motive. Like, you're
Right.
like, oh, I'm going to get her, I'm going to kick her out of school.
Sending it to her dad.
This is just like, I'm going to ruin her relationship with her
like,
dad.
Her reaction was almost like not surprised. Like, oh, yeah, he sent it. Like, obviously terrible, but she was almost like not unfazed, but like, of course he did this.
Well, I think she just knows, and that's why she was aware. I think she was very aware when she popped off on him. That was like, fuck.
Yeah, like she
It
fucked
answers
up.
the
Yeah.
age-old question: would you rather your nudes get sent to your school or your dad? It's like, what? Like, they're not.
Yeah.
They're not like mutually exclusive. It's
I
so
guess-
weird and different.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know. It's so bizarre.
And like having it be your ex-boyfriend sending them to your dad is just so fucking sick.
it's so weird. It's just weird on a whole other level.
Yeah.
He never ceases to surprise.
Steven's bringing random girls to parties.
Oh my God.
Diabolical drinking game that they played. And
Okay, that
every
shit was so.
it was
sad.
It was fucked
Why
up.
did
it
we
was
do
really
that?
It was really, like just
Why do they
Seriously,
sit there and put themselves through
I
that?
don't know. They all love to torture themselves, clearly. And it's like when I think, oh, maybe deep down some of them are okay. I'm like, Brie, really? Really?
It was so fucked up. Also, who the fuck put that question in there too? It was a bizarre.
Probably like fucking Steven.
It was a bizarre question to put in there, and really bizarre for Brie to say Wrigley. Like,
really bizarre.
I mean,
especially when she clearly has feelings for him and then she does that to him anyway. Super cruel. And then
it was so sad. Really
end of the-
breaks my heart.
The end of it really does. Wrigley's like 20-second rant of maybe we all make terrible decisions and then just like goes through everybody. And it was like, yeah, fucking pop off, Wrigley. He was like, Steven's somehow still dating girls. Like girls are somehow still dating Steven.
Yeah, that was it. Girls
Yeah.
are still somehow
Girls
dating
are somehow
Steven.
still dating Steven.
No, it's crazy.
And I was laughing. I was like, Wrigley, you're so right. And
So
I'm
he's
you're
like the best character
He
this season.
really is. And it's going to fucking break my heart. And it breaks my heart even more because he watched Brie marry Evan.
The love of his life.
They kiss at the end of the episode where I'm like, ugh. Because realistically, I think those two could be really cute.
I know. I find myself rooting for
I
them.
am
really
rooting for
hard.
them. And then I'm like, Brie, you fucking let me down because what does it come down to? She picks the lifestyle that Evan can give her.
Because she didn't grow up with it. Yeah.
And that's like is
But
that
if he wasn't like with Pippa, I think they'd be together then, right? Like
But
there,
here's
there
the
was a
thing.
moment where that
Clearly,
could have happened.
Pippa and Wrigley end at some point. Like Pippa's
But
very much.
it's probably too late at that point.
I don't know if Wrigley's still holding the torch. Like Wrigley's still
But if
he's
she's, like,
calling her. He's
back-
doing all this shit.
With Evan, like for a while, then it's probably like
Maybe, but I wouldn't blame that on. I don't think it's because of Pippa. Like I don't think she's not doing it because of Pippa.
right now though. He would have if it wasn't for Pippa. Like they would have like in the pool, and
They're both in relationships.
but I don't. But like it doesn't seem like Brie like that was stopping Brie. And like they were kind of both being like Evan's shitty.
Yeah,
You know?
but I don't think you could say like, oh, Wrigley's doesn't want to cheat, but Brie does want to cheat. I don't
know
think.
if he wants to cheat, but it's like he was the one who's like,
Yeah, I think it goes on both of them. They both clearly have feelings for each other, and they're both dating people that they are all friends with.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't think you can blame one person more than the other. They clearly both
No,
like
they
each
both
other.
clearly like each other,
Yeah.
and they both are stopping themselves from
Yeah.
liking each other because they're in
Yeah.
relationships.
Yep.
And they should probably leave the relationships, but not with this show.
I mean, it just doesn't, like the fact that Pippa's just fully like in love with Diana is just like it makes you care less.
Yeah.
That like you're like,
Yeah.
well,
I'm
Pippa's got Diana.
Right.
Pippa
I'm
seems like
rooting for her
great.
to tell Wrigley so that he could be honest about his feelings with
Yeah.
Brie.
Evan just really Evan just like bothers me all the time. Like Evan just like kind of yelling at Brie about the mom thing. I'm just like, yeah, I get why you're upset, but
Sometimes it's like
Lay off.
Evan's just there.
yeah, yeah, totally. But yeah, like the Oliver stuff, I feel like is a whole thing that they're gonna have to wrap up in some way. I guess I don't know. I'm very intrigued to see how 7 and 8 goes with Lucy and everything because they've really been like I feel like they're gonna have a big moment for Lucy and Steven because it's been kind of quiet between them is wild, but they haven't been like the main storyline, I feel like. Lucy's got her shit going on. Steven's got his. She is just clearly, absolutely in a terrible her like walking straight to Steven's door. I mean, oh no, this poor girl
I felt
is
bad. I was just like, ooh.
like brainwashed.
Yeah, it's really sad.
Really bad. Really bad.
I will give Tell Me Lies a B+.
Yeah.
I'm hoping for the best for the next 2 episodes because there's a lot to be answered and a lot to be desired with the next 2. I thought it was 10, but it's not.
I think it's only 8, right?
It's 8.
Yeah.
It's only 8. People thought that there might be extra episodes coming, and I'm like, stop doing this. Like, you did it with Stranger Things. It's not happening.
Everybody think like,
Everything has to be a crazy
because
surprise.
by the way,
It's not
that's
a thing,
but that's something that's never happened.
No.
Like, it's not like we have an example of a show where the show ended and they were like, surprise, here's 2 more episodes. It's never happened.
It's because the Tell Me Lies account tweeted like 6 more weeks of whatever, like because of the shadow thing with the groundhog.
Oh.
So people were like, does that mean we're getting 6
Yeah.
more weeks of the show? And it's like, no.
yeah.
It does feel like they have too much to wrap up in 2 episodes, but
It
yeah.
does.
But I'm not getting my hopes up for this with like, they did it with Stranger. It's not real.
Yeah.
It's the show's ending.
Yeah.
Or this season.
Or like this season, yeah.
This
I mean,
season.
people love it and the numbers are there, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's
Or
just, I
like-
guess it depends on if they want to keep doing it.
yeah, it's like the Summer I Turned Pretty. It's like, are they going to be like, oh, Tell Me Lies movie now?
Yeah.
Coming.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
Honestly, wouldn't be opposed to a movie.
Wouldn't be opposed to a movie at all. But give me a movie all at like the wedding timeline.
Yeah, I would bring it current. I don't care to go
bring
back
it
to
current.
college.
Bring it current.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's everything I watched.
I'll give Tell Me Lies a B+ as well. I'll give Summer House a B. Definitely, I'm excited for this season. Feel like it's gonna get good. Traitors is an A. Trying to think of everything that you said that I didn't grade.
All Stars.
All Stars. All Stars is an A. I'm like locked into All Stars. I'm so excited for every episode. I know I kind of said this already last week when we were talking about it, but I just love Millie so much, and the internet has been cracking me up of sort of talking about like Millie just falling so hard for like a US wannabe. It kind of looks like Liam. Like it's like they have a very similar look in my mind. She has a type, so she said. But I'm very excited to see how it plays out. The drama has been really good. The addition of the US contestants was really smart. I think it like mixed it up in a really good way. There's some people that I really hope like get to find people. At this point, I'm like, who else is coming in? I don't know. Because there's a lot in the villa right now. There's got to be a big dumping happening. And I bet you it has maybe happened because just UK time, they're, a couple days ahead. And I'm only caught up on, I've been watching on Peacock, but it's been really good. Curtis had, like, I know I've seen people using the sound, but Curtis is having this conversation and they're like talking about love languages. And he's like, well, I also really love gifts. And like the way they're talking is like they're like really staring into each other's eyes where it's almost like, I don't know if she was insinuating some sort of like dirty talk a little bit. She's like, oh yeah, like what kind of gifts? And he's like, any gifts? Small gifts, all gifts. Like it's just like the way that they're talking to each other was unbelievable. It's great TV right now. I'm loving it. I'm all caught up on Chicago's because, man, I'm gearing up. I don't know if you guys saw the commercials during the Super Bowl, but the next Chicago crossover is coming March 4th. So time to gear up because it looks like a good
Giddy
one.
up.
And it looks like they're bringing some people that have left the shows back on, which I'm excited for. Med, I'll give a B. Fire, I've also been intrigued. I kind of like where everything's going. PD was really slow for me to start, but then the last couple episodes of PD I thought were really good. So honestly, B's across the board. I've been enjoying all of them. I've been watching Beverly Hills, but like I really have not been that invested, and it just honestly has not been that good. Like I think Rachel Zoe was an amazing addition, but I don't really love Amanda. I think she's trying a little bit too hard. I'm not really loving too much of the storylines right now. It's just kind of boring. Just like not much to be excited about. And it's not like funny or you know, like you watch Salt Lake City, at least it's kind of ridiculous and funny and the conversations are funny. It's not like that with Beverly Hills, at least, you know, in recent times. So probably like a C. It's fine. And I'm still watching it, but just not that into it. I watched the Miracle Netflix documentary. Like you said, getting ready for the Olympics. Joe and I watched it last week. I thought it was great. I really liked it. Give it a B+. I think, you know, seeing all those guys back together, it's going to warm your heart. It just is.
And I didn't really know like the Herb Brooks, like anything outside of like what was in the movie. So I didn't realize that he like really didn't have any relationship with the
I thought that
players.
was very interesting. And I liked that, you know, that his kids were in it and just kind of like taking you back to that time. It's
We're going to talk about how you've never seen Miracle.
I have never seen the movie.
You've never seen the movie?
No.
What?
I've seen like the last 30 minutes of Miracle like 50 times. But I've never like pressed play from the beginning.
Why not from the beginning?
Anytime that it's on TV all the time, and I would like turn it on, or I'd catch it when my friends were watching it or something, and then I just like catch the end. And well, that's just like one of those movies in my mind when I've like seen the end so many times. Like I've seen the end.
Everyone saw the end before the movie even came out.
Yeah. No, that is true. That is true.
Yeah, you gotta watch the movie.
I know.
Miracle and Anchorman are on the list.
Yeah.
That'll get you
Watch
fired
the
up for the
documentary.
Olympics.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hockey starts this week.
Hockey does start this week. So.
It's crazy that they do it in the middle of hockey season.
Yeah.
Well, this is the first time since 2014 NHL players are able to play. So it's like hasn't been an issue.
Right.
For
but it's
years.
like they gotta take a pause and then.
Yeah. But it's like soccer, you know, and international soccer, like they take breaks for their international games.
Or are they just...
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that. I thought they were just like, we're going to not have our best players.
No. You thought the season was just going to go on?
can't
Or
play
I
this
thought they were just
season
going to
without-
continue like throughout, but no.
Yeah.
No,
I
I
think that
don't-
wouldn't make sense because then like how would their standings? They don't have their best players.
Yeah, they don't have their best.
Yeah.
I thought it was
It's
just,
like then it's like if you won
sacrifice.
that season, it'd be quite the asterisk to be like, oh yeah, we won because we beat the team where 5 of their best players were playing in the Olympics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's very exciting. But yeah, they haven't. It's been the first time in a while. It's going to make hockey very.
Yeah. But everyone watched
exciting.
Miracle. I'm telling you.
No, the documentary was great.
documentary is
I like really liked it.
Yeah, that's interesting because it would be backwards for you, where it's like you saw the real people, but it's like once you see the
real
movie, it's
people.
hard to not see.
See
the
Well, I've
characters.
seen them
Yeah.
all. I know what they all look like in the movie. I've seen
I know, but
seen
it's
enough
like-
of the
Yeah.
movie where, like, when I see Eruzione, I'm like, damn, he was way hotter in the movie.
But have you seen the scene where it's like, who do you play for?
Yes.
Okay. So you've probably seen all
I've
like the
seen like
classics.
all the big moments. I've seen all the big things. Like that stuff gets clipped on social
No, I
all
know.
the time.
Yeah.
All like the best like Kurt Russell moments in the movie. I feel like I've seen, but yeah, like
Have you seen it, real?
the first hour I probably haven't seen in bits and pieces at least. A lot of the other stuff I have, and yeah, I think that's everything I watched.
Okay. I watched. So I'll give. I didn't watch the most recent episode of Industry, but the one from last week I watched, and it's so hit or miss for me, this show. But it's insane. Like, I don't even know how to explain it if you're not watching, but like some of the things that happen, people are like, I saw people comparing it to like a Josh Safdie movie where like it's just craziness. So I'm.
Has it always been really fast paced?
Yeah, like that's kind of the style of it, but
This one
like some
exception.
episodes focus on like certain characters, and those might be a little more slow. But there's like murders and like a lot of drugs and like a lot of
Fourth
nudity.
season, right?
This is season 4, I believe. Yeah. But this last one I enjoyed a lot just because it was like chaotic. So I'll give it a B+. Tell Me Lies, I'll give an A-. Like I'm pretty locked in. We already talked about it. So The Beauty, are you like...
I have to catch up. I'm behind.
This
I've only
last
watched
episode
4.
I enjoyed because it gave a lot of context to like how this all started and more to
that's
Ashton
good.
Kutcher's like
Origin story.
where like you see him before he
Yeah,
No.
right.
became.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, so it's like him and a bunch of other. I'm not gonna spoil it, but
Yeah.
like billionaires and like how it started. So that was interesting, and also like Evan Peters and I don't know her name from the town. That actress,
Yeah.
but like them reuniting, like but she doesn't look this like
Right,
it's
she
kind
looks
of crazy.
different. Yeah.
So I'll give it a B plus, and I'll give Traitors an A. The Pit.
Oh, I watched The Pit.
Are you caught up?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll give The Pit an A minus. Like that's pretty like every episode is just
Yeah.
great. Like
I'd give it an A minus as well.
yeah, there hasn't been like an A episode yet for me, but it's still
No, but
just,
it's
like,
still so
incredible.
solid.
I sort of decided that The Pit wasn't for me.
Really?
I
As someone
don't think
who-
you would. I don't think you'd like it.
It wants to like it. I don't
Is
think
it just
it's
medical like that? Why like
In terms of like how descriptive some of the actual like medical things are, I don't think like
I sometimes get health anxiety, and
Yeah.
I feel like this show.
So, but you were into Grey's Anatomy for a while.
I was.
yeah, but Grey's Anatomy is
it's
so
not the same.
so
It
dramatized.
was like very like the romance
yeah.
of
You're
Grey's
watching Grey's Anatomy to like
and
for like
But there were still
different
plenty
reasons.
of times in
There
Grey's
was-
Anatomy where it's like, oh, I gotta look away.
Plenty.
for sure,
plenty.
yes.
100%, and I did feel that way with Grey's, but I also stopped.
Yeah.
I feel like with The Pit,
The Pit's so different though.
it's so like I
This episode
want
with the guy's glass in the
Yeah.
back, like it's.
I
yeah.
want to love it, and I want to be super into it, and the last time I put it on, I was like, I don't know if this
I
is
like
for me.
this
No.
season. It's like because now you have all the context of like these characters and like their relationships. So like Langdon and
Yeah.
and Robbie, like that's really interesting to me. So yeah, I'm enjoying that. And then the Housemaid, we already talked about it, but that gets a D. Like it was originally an F. Like I was like, this isn't. Throughout most of the movie, I'm like, this is an F movie. Like this is really bad. And then the twist got like that. Just is like a credit to the original author because I thought the twist was really good. I
Right.
didn't see it
Yeah.
coming, but everything about the movie was horrible to me.
Yeah.
Like Sydney Sweeney's acting.
Yeah.
The adaptation of the movie. Like, I thought like I think Amanda's is it Seyfried or Seyfried?
Seifert.
Seyfried. I think she's like a great actress. I don't necessarily think she was like amazing in this, but maybe that's just the writing because I thought it was kind of like, but yeah, we already talked about it. I
Credit
thought it
to Frida McFadden, who always puts an incredible twist in her books. And it's not the most deep writing. You know, if you're going to be a snob about books, you'd be like, oh, well, how right? Well, listen, her books have a great twist and they're interesting.
I do wonder,
but-
did you read the other books?
Yeah, the second one is great.
Because I was like, I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't seen
The
it.
second one has an insane twist as well. The second one is
'Cause I was
fantastic.
going to say, like, is this just her thing now? Like, people are going to hire her to do this? Like,
I don't want to spoil,
Yeah.
but the second book is really, really great with an amazing twist as well, and that's why I'm sort of bummed about the second movie to come because I'm like, am I just gonna hate that one too? So
yeah. But if it got like pretty good reviews, it's like, yeah, I feel like.
yeah.
But yeah, that's all I got.
All right, that is everything we watched this week, and that wraps up today's episode of Chicks in the Office. Thank you so much for watching and listening. We love you guys so very much. Reminder, tickets are on sale for our tour. We are about a month away, so we cannot wait to see you guys there. We can't wait to hang out with you guys. So make sure you're getting those tickets, and we love you so much, and we'll talk to you on Wednesday.
Yeah, Chicks in the Office. Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Look at the charts, who does it the best? Two chicks getting paid in reality checks.